Hello, Internet, and welcome to Hearts of Stone. We are so happy to be back. Welcome to 2025, everyone. We are back refreshed and ready to go after a much deserved holiday break. Everyone is mostly healthy, myself excluded, and we're ready to be back to play some Blades in the Dark. As you might be able to hear, I'm a little sick today, so that means everyone in Dustfall is sick. That's just the way it is. So we're going to get back to our game here in a second. I've got a long recap to go. I decided to deviate from a normal like HBO style single line recap to actually give context because it's been a minute. But first, kind of time out. Like I said, we've been off for a while. We're going to be getting back to our shows in the next month. I think for the next couple of weeks, it's just going to be Hearts of Stone. And then eventually we're back with Red Jenny as well. And then we'll see where programming goes in the next year. We're kind of just like taking things slow, feeling things out where our shows end up. So, but we're very excited to be back with this one. I've missed all of my lovely players here so much. Missed this game. Love this game. So we're gonna jump back into it. Before I get going in the recap, we jump into everything though. I'm gonna go ahead and let my lovely players here introduce themselves, talk about who they are, what they do on and off this channel, and who they're playing tonight. Starting as always with Van.
That's me. Hi, I'm Van. You can find me on the internets at Van but Wilder, wherever you find people on the internets, but mostly I'm just hanging around in the Discords and coming back to streaming. This is my first time on GGK since I had surgery. And I'm very excited to be back and upright and playing this game in particular today. Because today I will be playing Glass, who is the Whisper.
Hell yeah. Happy 2025. I'm Christina Sid. You can find me where you find people on the internet at Greek Sid, but good fucking luck. I'm here on Saturdays and Mondays. And off this channel, I work a lot. Happy 2025. Today, however, I will be playing Salome. She is the group's spider.
I couldn't find my mute button because my zoom was pushed off a little bit too far to the left. Hey everybody, I'm RJ. You can catch me RJustice282 on most social platforms where I retweet, where I go live in places. Today I'm playing Fume. He's a he, they, I'm a he, him, he's a hull, I'm a menace. That's my intro.
That just leaves me. Hey everybody, I'm Wings, also known as Danae Keener. You can find me at DanaeKeener.com. Doing nerdy drawings mostly related to D&D and a lot of things on the Indoor Adventure stream. Today I am playing as Grackle, who is our hound. DanaeKeener.com.
When?
I've missed that. That's the first DanaeKeener.com of 2025. It makes me really happy.
When did Fume add the they and the he, they?
It's always been there.
Hasn't it?
No.
No, I don't think so.
I think I've been flipping between he, him, and he, they.
I'm RJ, I play Fume, we're both he, him.
Oh, weird.
New Year, new Fume.
Not that he
New
can't
Year,
have
new
it.
Fume.
I'm happy for him.
Fume is the most able to be whatever he wants because
That
he's
is
robot.
correct, yeah.
And
Very true.
Not necessarily, I can phase through walls.
okay.
Saying.
So, can
Okay.
Grackle.
I could become a shadow. I could become a ghost.
Wait a minute.
Ghosts and robots,
I was gonna say,
non-binary icons.
Is Salome the only one that couldn't ostensibly like jump
Ew, assist.
through walls? Oh yeah.
Get her out of here.
Get her out of here.
I'm
If you're
kidding, I'm
non-binary,
kidding.
you're either a ghost or a robot, and you pick
Fight me.
whichever one you're going to be.
Well,
I'm a
well,
ghost.
Hey,
Yeah.
the
Clearly.
option's gonna open up that vampire is gonna be on the table, so you could be a ghost
You've
robot
just-
or a vampire.
Oh,
You've
I'll
only
so
created-
go vampire. So go vampire.
That's my
Come on now.
favorite Netflix
If you're saying
anthology
only a-
series.
If you're saying a ghost or a robot, you've created another binary.
Yeah.
That's
Non-binary,
what
but
you get.
only for that one specific binary. Everything
Binaries
else, it's
within
black and
binaries.
white, nothing else.
Okay, but how do we get the ghost and robot across without having the vampire eat the electroplasm?
Yeah.
The fox chicken and rice all over
Yeah,
again.
yeah.
Positive we could solve that problem.
Oh yeah.
Hi, everyone.
Well, I'm happy for Fume.
Happy 2025, everyone.
Fume, we're all happy for you, pal.
Thanks.
Happy New
Good for
Year,
you.
everyone.
Everyone, for 2025, everybody should get one new pronoun.
Yeah.
Just for
Just gonna
fun.
add another one every year.
Just for fun.
I have a
Collecting
few on
them,
my
like-
shopping list. Y'all can check it out. So
As of 2025, I'm a samurai now because I'm they/them.
Can I read a really stupid post the other day. Samurai reminded me of it. Because the post was just, what if every country has ninjas and we only know about the Japanese ones because they're the worst ninjas? And I've been thinking about it for like 24 solid hours.
Rude.
What if?
But what if?
Hello, everybody. I'm Val. You can find me at the Kraken's Ground. I'm mostly just here, also over on the Hack Recklessly channel on Sundays on occasion. And I am running this game and Red Jenny right now. And that's all I'm running because my home game's done. So that brings a lot of effort in making minis and taking my time off the channel. And not that I can share that with any of you because none of it recorded, but I do want to give a shout out to my home crew if any of them are watching, because it was a fun 2.5 years.
We should post
playing that
some
game.
pictures of your minis in the Discord. Why haven't we done that?
Yeah, I'll post some. I know y'all took some from the finale and everyone did some excellent cosplay and it was great. So but yeah, that's me. Are y'all ready to get started?
Yeah.
Okie dokie. Previously on Hearts of Stone, your obedient servants attempted to negotiate a business deal at a seedy bar in Tangletown with the Hive's leader, Jira. The crew ended up in a surprise meeting with the Baron's chief steward, Oliver, who had approached Jira with a similar offer. You ended up in a private negotiation with Oliver after Jira excused herself to let y'all kind of hash it out to benefit maybe her positioning on this, let y'all fight. Oliver informed the servants that the Baron is proposing a construction of new tenements in Crowsfoot to draw in more workers for his new factories in the docks. Salome offered a deal. If the Baron provided them a building to establish a bathhouse near the tenements, it would mutually benefit them both and provide Oliver with a proposal. And you provided Oliver with a proposal to review in that. He went off to
never
do
go
his
home without a
thing.
business proposal. Sorry.
Yeah. I think we actually had it was like a flashback to get the proposal and stuff too. So it was really good. With the deal being considered, Ghost Grackle discovered a body of a server in the water, intuiting that an assassin may be in the mix, to which she warned the crew. Thwarting the assassin's attempt to poison Jira, the crew came face to face with the culprits, their old enemies, the Wraiths, led by the badly scarred leader, Slate. Badly scarred because Fume blew him up about a few months prior. A fight broke out, and the servants made quick and bloody work of the Wraiths. Salome freaked the minds of everyone in the room by invoking the Thousand Faces to instill fear, and Grackle ended the fight atop her spectral steed by dragging Slate to the bottom of the river via chains noosed around his throat. And that's where we are picking up here today. But conspicuously absent from the fight, because unfortunately Van had to miss that session, was Glass. So while all of this was going on, we didn't really establish if there's anything Glass was doing. Obviously, like the fight breaking out, everything going on. Jira and Oliver were both back there. I think Oliver ran out of the room at some point. Jira was stuck in a corner after the attempted poisoning against her, with Karth, her second in command, who has also been negotiating with you as part of this deal to maybe start his own crew at the culmination of all of this. So my question for Glass is if there is anything that you think Glass might have done or what Glass might have been up to during these events.
I imagine spirit board and stuff. Because Glass has a partner they're beholden to now,
Yeah.
whose name I do not remember. Don't remember what she told me it
Because was Glass, I think Glass was there for the first bit of the negotiation.
Yeah,
like,
I didn't remember Jira, but when you said Karth, I remember him.
Yeah.
So yeah, I was there
Mm-hmm.
in the room
Yeah.
where it happened.
Yes. Yeah. And I'm fine with saying that, Glass was helping during the fight and stuff. But I wanted to give you an opportunity if there's anything you would have liked to accomplish vis-a-vis, with Oliver or Jira or anything else going on, or the Wraiths.
I don't think so, unless there's something you guys want me to have been. I mean, I can go Danny Phantom and go snoop. I could be snooping right now.
You could be
It's
snooping.
the
right
only
now.
thing I could think of.
Snooping sounds good.
Maybe
Snooping
I
sounds
have
great.
excused myself from the talks, as I have. I remember vaguely teeing some stuff up for Salome and then saying, "Here, you
Yeah.
take this."
Yeah, so you essentially, to Glass's perspective, you were there when the conversation, you were there when the negotiations began, at the start of Salome working with Oliver and stuff.
Mhm.
You could have excused yourself during that conversation. And then when I think Grackle sent, I don't remember if Grackle sent a message to everyone.
Yes, that's how
Or-
we found out that there was something shady going on.
So used y'all's ritual sort of telekinetic bonding to send everyone a message. So you were clued in about the assassin, and probably at some point began to hear the fight breaking out
Okay.
in the main tavern room. You guys were in these like back rooms for like private shady deals. So yeah, if you want to do some snooping.
I think I was just snooping around, and then once I've been warned there's an assassin, then I can do very specifically snoop
yeah.
for that.
Well, yeah. So the assassin being dealt with and everything. Who or what do you want to would Glass have focused their
Who you guys
attention
want
on?
dirt on?
Pansia and Oliver are the wild cards in this situation.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's what I was thinking.
I feel like we've got what we need from Jira, at least as much as we need for right now. We kind of have Karth by the short ones, because we could totally just out him for trying to do something behind Jira's back. So, yeah.
Let's
Everyone-
get up in Pansia's business.
Like, everyone arrives here by boat, right?
Yeah.
Gotta be
Tangle
some
Town.
fun stuff on his boat.
Yeah, I go to the parking lot and search through everyone's cars while they're leaving.
Yes.
You look for the open trunk.
Don't forget your hanger.
Luckily, boat much easier to get into than a car. For
then-
crime. For balance,
crime
not so much,
success.
but for crime.
Years
Yes.
down the line, Pansia tells a horror story of a boat following him, honking their foghorn, and then rowing up and yelling, "There's someone in your boat."
There's someone in your boat.
Hook and car door.
I've busted out one of the taillights and waving frantically.
So
you
during-
I've been trapped in
Pansia
this boat for
drunken-
3 hours.
Can you imagine Pansia drunkenly telling the hook hand car door story?
oh man.
Yeah, I would. I want to
And
go.
she heard a scratching coming from outside
Yes! Amazing.
He's
I
here.
want that as my ringtone now. Anyway.
the car. Only when she stopped did she find the hook.
Yeah. Okay, so,
It's becoming. You're very quickly morphing into Captain Ahab.
yeah, I mean that he's kind of gone back and forth
Just
between Barbosa and
Make him a
It's true.
little older and a little sadder. You got Ahab right there.
All he needs, I mean, like the only difference between Barbosa and Captain Ahab is a white whale.
Yeah.
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 Okay. So you want to try to snoop on Oliver and Pansia
Yes.
during all this chaos? Okay. Cool.
They seem like they have the most to hide right now.
Yeah, or at least the most. That's the biggest enigma in all of this because their connection with the Baron. So, yeah, let's. You are using your ghost ability,
Oh, I mean,
or are you just sneaking?
I guess I guess I could just like creep around.
Yeah, you can do either way. It's just that just determines what the because if I remember right, your spectral form, you just push yourself and you are able to enter like the ghost field.
Yes, you take 2 stress when you shift, plus 1 stress for each extra feature. Let's not get stressed.
Okay.
Let's not be stressed. Let's
Then,
prowl around.
Let's just do a prowl.
Because my attune and my prowl are the same now.
Yeah.
Now,
So we're gonna call this. I think risky standard is pretty good for this. Isn't quite.
It's my middle name.
Reaching desperate.
Now, what I have done, because I haven't streamed this game in a long time, is just not brought any dice to the table at all. Luckily, there's this gray button I can press. Okay.
Wait, no, no.
Well, maybe it'll be different. It's New Year.
New year, new dice.
This is going to determine whether or not I trust Roll20 for another year.
Yeah.
First
New year,
roll is
new
roll 20
dice
for the year.
gods.
You give one chance.
We got one shot.
5.
And it's a 5.
Okay. You know
okay.
what?
Not so bad. Not so
Not
bad.
bad.
We
That's
love.
actually a decent spread.
We
5.
can deal with the 5.
A 5.
So with a mixed success, then I think I think here's what happens. So let's say this happens. So I know at some point Salome went and spoke with Pansia on like you'll had the conversation with Oliver. Pansia excused himself from the room. You finished it. Oliver left. You went to speak with Pansia for a bit, and then you returned and kind of left Pansia while Oliver was reviewing reviewing everything. So
We had a weird, veiled conversation about Jack that I'm still not 100% about. It was interesting. Yeah.
Yeah.
Was I flirting with anybody?
Here in this
Yeah.
room.
You flirt with us all the time, Fan.
Yeah.
You meant Glass.
Yeah.
The bodyguard, that we.
Oh, Karth. Yes. Yeah,
My
you were
brain-
flirting with Karth.
My brain was saying Kronk as loud as it could.
Oh no! I just see
My
Kronk.
brain said, "What's his name,
I
Kronk?"
think I feel like he had sort of Warburton-esque voice anyway. So you know what? That's fair.
Oh no! It's
Oh
Kronk.
no, it's been so long since I played this game. But the last thing I remember Glass doing is like vaguely sitting on the arm of a chair and flirting shamelessly with a big man.
That was Karth. Yes. Yes, that was great.
That was Karth.
Great.
Yeah, Karth is with Jira in like the main room.
Right.
So yeah, we're
I
gonna
just
play
want
around
to make
some-
sure I have all my ducks in a row and I know what I'm doing, which is creeping around, being weird, flirting with large men.
Yeah, I'm gonna
Not
say
that large women are off the table. I just mean
do I have
today.
to say it again, but what is Glass gonna do? Sorry. Anyway.
I'm gonna say this moment occurs before Salome went to speak with Pansia. After Oliver excused himself from the room, Glass, you had already excused yourself and kind of like waiting out in the hall when Salome was finishing up her conversation with Oliver. Oliver comes out carrying the documents that Salome had given him. He looks down the hall towards the main tavern and then glances back and sees Pansia out on like a balcony at the back of this establishment. He actually heads back towards Pansia in this moment. And you take this opportunity to tail in to see if you can pick up any bits of conversation. So what I'm going to say with a mixed success on this one is you're going to get bits of this conversation, but you're not going to get the full scope of it. I don't think with
Okay.
there's not a lot of place for you. You kind of like duck into the doorway of another one of these little meeting hutches back here. And so you're still about like 15-20 feet, and they're outside, and there's a little bit of wind. So it's hard to pick up everything. But you get a few pieces of the conversation when the wind dies down, and when they're speaking a bit louder. And you hear Pansia sounds, and he's been this way like during most of this, and Salome will in a moment pick up some of this in her conversation with him. He sounds very tired during his exchange with Oliver. The not just like physically of somebody who's been overworked and has a lot more responsibility on his shoulders, but in that sort of emotional weight that is of something that is kind of pushing down on him. You hear a few mentions of Pansia saying the name John a few times, intuiting that he's speaking about the Baron. And the only bit that you really catch the exchange when everything kind of gets a bit quieter and you have a more clear bead on their conversations, you hear him Pansia say,
And to what end is any of this headed? He still hasn't made that clear. And I can only do so much in the dark, but I'm steering a ship here without a rudder in a storm, and I don't know where the rocks are.
and you hear Oliver kind of clicks his tongue and says, Captain, I know as much as I've told you. He's very secretive with all of this. Continue doing what he asks, and everything will begin to smooth out in due time. But that isn't for us to question at this point. He's Lord Governor. What he says, what he decrees, is the law. So, change is coming, and it is for the betterment of the city. Even if it doesn't appear as such in the moment. There's a long silence, and Pansia kind of grumbles a little bit. You hear a strike of a match, the burning of tobacco inside a pipe, and Pansia, after a long beat, adds,
I don't know for how much longer I can carry on with this sort of business. I may be reaching the end of my time in all of this.
Are you wishing for me to report to Lord Meriden that you are seeking a replacement for your current position?
No, not right now. But soon. I will deliver the news to him myself, though, soon. Don't go getting ahead of me.
Very well. It's your business. Excuse me, I have a proposal to look over. We will conclude our business and retire to Brightstone. In, I assume, very shortly. The wind picks up. A few closing the last remarks between the two of them, and you push yourself in the doorway a bit more as Oliver passes you in the hallway. Doesn't seem to notice you, and continues back into the tavern.
Oh, I want to go corner Captain Pansy so bad.
You can do that. You can also,
I think I'm going to.
yeah, if you want to do that now, or you could do it after the, because what's about to happen is Salome is about to go have her conversation. The fight's going to break out. All the assassins are dealt with. And then there will be some more moments after this. So if you want to
Okay,
maybe
I'll wait.
confront him
I'll wait.
during the conclusion of the business deal, get him on his own, that's going to be possible too.
I do want to do that. I also have a question.
Yeah.
As I will, and I don't know how close to somebody I have to be for that. It just says in your presence. I'm always aware of supernatural entities in my presence.
Yeah.
Is he? Hi. There's a small cat in here. Would you like to participate? Because because he seems so tired.
Uh-huh.
I'm concerned.
You're wondering if Pansia has some sort of supernatural entity, like if he is one, or
is one, or if
being
something is
influenced
attached
by
to
one?
him, or I don't trust the Baron not to be up to some weird fucking demon shit.
I'm gonna say not an exciting answer, but no, no supernatural entities around either Oliver or Pansia. Fully human.
They just suck in the human way.
If you want to try to do get more of a read on Pansia based on this conversation, and your observations of him, you could do like a study.
Sure.
And again, this will be, I'll say this is controlled standard.
You gonna be good? Roll 20.
We're gonna find
You gonna be
out.
nice? We love you.
Aw.
Happy New Year.
Hey!
Another 5.
Okay.
Like I said before, you've seen Pansia. I mean, you know this man pretty well. You've interacted with him on several occasions. He's been by the jewelry box a lot. You've had multiple intimate conversations with him. Like, you know him pretty well. This is out of character for him. He's usually boisterous and loud and energetic. And this is a complete departure from the Pansia that you have known. And it's not that you've never seen him in private before. Like, you've had private conversations where he's not like around a crowd, where he tends to be his most rambunctious self. This is different. And from the conversation with Oliver, I mean, fairly obviously, you can see like there is something about his relationship with the Baron that is beginning to weigh on him. That is easy to determine. You've known that for a while too. Like, I don't think that's necessarily new information for you. There's always been kind of a tenuous relationship there. And that's something that you have all sought to kind of exploit or to turn against him. I would say there are a couple theories that you might have and that Glass might come to in this moment. One is that he's a man pulled in two directions right now based on the influence that you've had on like a very personal level, the influence that all of you have had and Grackle especially has had, and kind of trying to iterate to him that the Baron is unstable, is not a good figure in Dustfall, and whatever he is doing is not for the betterment of all of its people, and that might be getting to weigh on him there. You don't know. The conversation that he just had though speaks to something deeper, that I don't think Glass is aware of you, as far as you know. Like, this isn't information that y'all have, that there may be something else going on there. So I think what it kind of leads you to is that there is a vulnerability that could potentially be exploited if approached the right way, because you're looking at a man that is very strong. Like he is like he has a lot of fortitude to him. He's a captain. He's dealt with danger and intrigue and everything his whole life. Like a statue. Like he has weathered many storms, but he has reached a point where he is brittle. You could apply the right pressure and break him in the right and kind of push him in the right direction, or you could shatter him completely. And so if things are done the wrong way, it could lead to a worse outcome.
I can handle that.
Okay. So unless there's anything else you want to know in this moment, we'll go ahead and cut back to the present.
I can't think of anything else.
Okay. So we're going to cut back to the present. Slate has just been dragged to hell by Grackle. The other wraiths have gone fleeing from Tangletown. You hear some shouting. There are some like alarms being raised. Tangletown again is a neutral zone. It's peaceful, but there is some like security here to like enforce that. Having an amnesty or a neutrality pact only goes so far. You actually do have to have some teeth behind that. So Tangletown does have its own kind of like militia force. Like the people that work and like live here and stuff are prepared to defend it and to keep the peace if needed. So you can hear some shouting and some chaos going like outside the tavern, which is kind of returning to a bit of normalcy. There's a lot of side glances at Salome currently from the people in the room that were affected by that. And we're not just reduced to a catatonic mess outright, but the remainder, like everyone begins to sort of pick up the pieces. There's a bit of tension in the room. The liveliness has settled. Most people are just fleeing the establishment. And Jira kind of stepping out of the booth with Karth, kind of giving a look around, making sure everything's clear. There's no figures with knives in the corners, or none of the people that are unconscious or dead on the ground are gonna lunge back up towards her, but everything seems to be safe. I think Oliver had fled the room, is returning back cautiously with Panzea as well, so kind of all of you gathered in one place again, and Jira approaches your group, specifically probably Salome at the front. We can say Glass that you've returned to this room as well. Jira says, "Well, I suppose I should thank you for saving my life. I don't quite understand what just happened, but I've learned not to question more than I need to in this city. So I would very much like to conclude our business immediately and leave as soon as possible. I'm sure that there will be wardens here to collect the bodies soon enough. So looks over towards Oliver and back to you, Salome, and says, "Have we come to an arrangement?"
I believe we have, Mr. Oliver.
Oliver sort of straightening himself up. It's like you can see his hand kind of shaking. This is not a man that was made for combat. He is a more of a politician than he is.
And he just watched
soldier.
me throw a bunch of knives into one dude and then like melt a couple more. That's
and then go
fair.
Full raiders on everyone else. Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's a little shook, but straightens himself up and says, "Yes, we have a we have an agreement.
my proposal that I presented you with still stands, and I will be conducting business with Salome here directly as part of a sort of a subcontract. But I believe that will satisfy all parties involved. Jira kind of maintains a very like stoic, kind of pleasant expression. You can see almost like the slightest bit of disappointment on her because she was hoping this would turn into a bidding war or something, and it clearly hasn't. So, but she's not willing to press her luck. She's going to just cut any losses right now and call that a day. So she says, "Excellent. Easy enough. I have your proposal then, Oliver. I will have it signed, returned to you so that it can be notarized by the Lord Governor himself. Unless there's any further business that I need to conduct with anyone here, I believe the rest will be concluded between your two parties."
Maybe I look to Karth in this moment. I don't know if he wants to like go all out right now with anything, but
Interesting. I'm going to do a fortune roll for Karth here
okay.
because I can see this going both ways. Like, on one hand, he could push his luck here and just be like, you know what, shit's fucked here anyway.
Fuck
might as
this,
well.
yeah.
I can't really make it much worse. Somebody just tried to kill my boss. But at the same time, it's like, well, somebody did just try to kill my boss. Maybe I need to wait until I put in my notice. So I'm gonna just have him do a fortune roll. Let's see. It's a 2. I think he decides not to push it right now.
Okay.
So, he.
I think she tries to play it off as like, is there anything else you as security here would need, you know, for your charge here? But sort of looks to Karth, kind of gets the look in his eye, looks back to her, and just says, "No, I think our business is concluded for now."
She gives a nod, and looks to Karth, who kind of gives the other bodyguards a few orders, and they begin to kind of like clear out an exit for her as they return to their boat, leaving just your group and Pansia and Oliver. Oliver kind of waits for Jira to leave, turns to you and says, "Well, this isn't how I intended the night or how I envisioned the night going, but here we are. Let's walk and talk."
I love a good walk and talk.
And begins to kind of lead out back towards the like the dockyards here where your boats are presumably both moored. And we'll say to give the opportunity that I was talking to Glass about.
Happy to just take Oliver's arm, especially since he's a little spooked by me right now, and pull him away for a quiet moment to go over particulars while Glass has a moment.
Yeah, so I think the two of you begin to head off ahead, or move off kind of toward the front, just concluding your business as you do, while Pansia is kind of hung to the towards the back. What is Fume doing right now?
Currently, running security, making sure that Salome is safe because everyone has their own security details, and we just had an assassination attempt.
Yeah. And there was a ghost there at some point, which other people are freaked out about too. As a ghost cowboy did come out of the floor, grab a dude, and tear him under the floor. So
it's the sequel to Rhinestone Cowboys, Ghost Cowboy.
Ridiculous. A ghost around us? No.
A ghost?
No. Especially not one in a cowboy hat.
But I think luckily with what Salome did is a lot of people can't figure out if that was like a hallucination brought on by whatever Salome got up to in that moment, or if that was actually a spirit. So yeah,
Can I spend stressed? Have a flashback where I'm just pumping drugs into the ventilation system.
you just like leave some like empty canisters in there,
Yeah.
just like so people can be like,
Or just
oh,
set up
this was-
a bunch of like high-powered electricity wires that weren't there before, and just
You know
like
what,
that's what it was.
I will say, joking aside, if you want to do something that maybe plays this off as not having been supernatural in nature,
Would
that
be a good
wouldn't
idea.
necessarily be a
mean-
bad thing.
God.
Do it.
Alright.
Do it. Do it. Do it. Do it.
Just for what's the word? Just for evidence sake, did it look something like this? And Fume pulls out a flashbang and just lets it off in his hand. Everyone in the room is blinded.
Everyone is stunned for a moment.
Could I roll I guess prowl? Or could I roll a wreck to wreck the crime scene?
Interesting. Yeah, I would say if you are trying to like sabotage, I mean, carefully applied sabotage, recognize place or obstacle. I could see a wreck if you're just trying to like destroy the bar enough so that nobody can really figure out what happened here. That may piss some other people off, but that could succeed. Doing a tinker to create something or throw something together that would maybe serve as a alibi for all of this could also work. Otherwise, something like
Just put like a conspicuous bottle of some hallucinogen on the bar. Just leave it there.
yeah. Otherwise, a sway roll. So like one, I could see those
I think
rolls.
I think a tinker then would work.
Tinker. Okay, I'm fine with that.
Just a bag of dream dust next to a fan. Oops. That is a 4.
A 4. Okay, so you don't have a lot of time to do this. Like you're trying to do this quick. People are leaving. So you throw something together, just like like you said, like a spent flash grenade, and just like putting some drugs inside of it and throwing together. Like you throw something together that, to like a casual observer, if they saw that lying there, then could use that as an excuse, like, you know, that it was a gas explosion, like, you know, something like that. Like it's a
Something
it's a
hinky went weird during the assassination.
yeah, it's like it's a convenient excuse for a layperson to accept and move on with. But you don't imagine if there was like a full investigation that went on here, that would
Hold up well.
that would hold up. So that just
mean-
depends, and that'll just come up to luck at that point.
I don't have to make it well. I just have to make it well enough that the statute of limitation runs out.
It'll at least be enough to like hinder any sort of investigation that went on here. Would have to probably look into that for a bit too, as a possibility.
Does the statute of limitations run out on hauntings? Like, does that apply to ghost busting?
Murder, it's like a month here in Dustfall, but supernatural shit, that is just...
That's life,
actually
yeah,
different jurisdiction.
SOL is just, you know...
You have to take it up with the wardens.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I'd say fairly successful. That I will again at least get a little bit of heat off your tail. I mean, we do have a clock going for Grackle Busters.
Oh yeah.
So that would we'll resolve that during downtime, and I will tweak the results because of that action there. So
You know, any pest control service could be a Grackle Buster service.
Rude. Those are your brothers and sisters you're talking about.
Are you telling me that your brothers and sisters weren't pests to you?
Mine still
They
are.
are absolutely an
Okay.
invasive species in this
Fine.
area.
Yeah, fine.
Siblings.
last up, Grackle, is there anything that you are doing?
I am happy to exit this job having
Yeah.
dragged somebody to hell. I feel like that's a pretty good button for Grackle.
Yeah, that's fair. I don't. There isn't really anywhere up to go from there for Grackle.
I'm
It's
staying down here.
just because it's really like, again, it was a very cinematic ending, with you like dragging off the dog. But in Grackle's perspective, you rode a horse down the bottom. There's now a dead body behind you, and now you're just standing you're on a horse on the bottom of the river, with a bunch of eels and shit around you, beginning to tear at the beginning to like eat at the body.
Is this the regret dimension?
It's the dimension of regret.
You found it.
Yeah, so she, just like sitting on the horse, looking around, and then just sort of shrugs and then like guides the horse away. Like Buttercup just starts walking along the bottom of the river.
You can
It's
lead
like,
a water horse.
for the audience, it was great. For Grackle, it's a very anticlimactic ending.
You were almost there, RJ. You can lead a horse to water, but you can't make him
Come
drag a corpse to hell.
Tell the joke. Tell the joke. It's
Come
in
on,
there.
you got it, RJ.
Give me a second. I'll think.
All right.
You can lead a horse to water, but there's always fucking eels there.
That's just the truth.
try.
All
Absolute
right.
truth.
Well, so let's give Glass an opportunity. Then you wanted to confront Panzea, and you have a good moment to do that.
Yeah, and I'm a little afraid to do it, but I think he likes me enough at this point. I will. There's a bar, yes.
Yeah, as you're walking out, yeah, there's a bar there. There's nobody working at it currently, but there is a bar there.
That was gonna be my next question. Everyone else is busy. I will like Captain Panzea just long enough that so he feels somebody's eyes on him, and then I'm gonna go behind the bar.
Okay.
And I'm gonna mix two of, I don't remember if we named them, but I know that we'd specifically know what Captain Panzea's favorite drink is. It was a long time ago. It was the first time we had him in the jewelry box.
It's a rusty nail. I don't know. That is an actual cocktail.
And we asked,
by the way.
I
It's
asked
pretty good.
specifically what his favorite
Yeah.
drink was, and Fume figured it out and made it.
Yeah, I don't remember what it was. But we'll
Grog.
have to- Yeah.
I don't know.
I remember us talking about it. It's like a
Yeah.
poor man's cocktail, but I don't remember what it was. But I know what it is.
Yeah. No, you.
I don't know what
So
it is, but I know Glass knows what it is.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, you can do that.
So it's kind of like I am. Just so he feels someone looking at him, I'm going to go behind the bar. I'm going to mix two of them. Just push one across.
Okay. You take a couple of because everyone else is leaving right now, so I imagine you mix the cocktails quickly and take a couple for the road.
Yeah.
As the two of you kind of give some distance to the rest and walk behind, he takes his drink, says, "Thank you."
No offense, but you look like you could use it.
After tonight, definitely.
Are you alright, Captain Panzea?
Holding it together. Yeah, it's been busy, or change.
I can imagine, knowing who you work for.
All the responsibility on my head now. Which I don't necessarily mind, but getting a bit on in years now. Realizing this, this business is more of a young man's game.
You think you'll ever retire?
I never really considered that as an option. I always assumed that I would die before I had the opportunity.
No. working for the Baron, you might still find that to be the case.
Possibly more likely that I'll keel over from stress or exhaustion than at sea, as I initially thought, but I suppose in the end it's all the same.
I don't know that that's true. But, to each his own, if that's where you see your life going, who am I to begrudge you that?
We all walk our own paths.
Just... I don't know. Struck me as the type of person whose path would look a bit different, but who am I to judge?
Are you trying to get at something?
Not particularly. You just seem tired.
As I said, getting old is one of the drawbacks.
I don't think you're that old quite yet. But it's your job to do whatever it is you do now for the Baron. It's my job to read people. Push me off if you want, but there's tired, and then there's tired.
What is Glass trying to accomplish here?
I think it's trying to get a sense of, like, is there... is he happy? Is he happy that his road's
Is he
taken
doing
him here?
okay? Is he eating enough?
Because Glass thinks not. Glass
Yeah,
thinks
I mean-
initially maybe more responsibility, better job in the Baron's pocket, absolutely. And now that he's doing it, this man is not a desk jockey, okay?
Yeah,
He's a pirate captain. And I think Glass is just like needling at that.
yeah. So I mean, from your sway earlier, I'd say just from context clues, like he's not necessary. He doesn't seem happy. Whether he's unhappy or is another story. But like, he doesn't strike you as a happy man right now. So is Glass trying to accomplish? Like, is there something Glass wants out of this conversation, or is Glass more trying to sow a seed of doubt?
I think it's more to sow doubt than anything, because I think they're just kind of needling at that, or kind of poking at what they have perceived as like sensitive spots of like Glass has seen this man like, you know, tell his tall tales and the stories, and you know, obviously like he didn't get this far being a Leviathan captain by being mediocre. Leviathan hunting captain. So I think is like needling at that a little bit to maybe see where the cracks are so they could exploit them and get maybe a more insider knowledge. Make this man trust me. I'm negging him. Is really what it comes down to.
So no, you're not looking for like an immediate effect, but just continuing to try to set yourself up for something later.
You're not happy. And I'm gonna press on those pressure points, but not in a way that'll make you like me. How do I explain this? I know you're not happy, but you have to admit it. And very doubtful Glass has taken a little bit of a leap on this because it doesn't know a ton about his personal life other than what he's already shared. But is taking kind of a leap on this that no one else is going to have this conversation with him.
Got it.
There's not going to be anybody else in Dustfall who's going to be like, "Are you okay?"
Bubala, you all right?
It's pure manipulation, but
yeah. So I think it sounds like a sway roll to me.
I'm good with that.
Um,
Glass is also banking on the fact that it doesn't seem like he likes Oliver that much.
yeah. So let's do we'll do risky standard on this one.
Okay, I found my d6s. It's another 5.
5s all the way down.
Yay.
Okay.
Yeah, so I think it's kind of like, I think the intent behind it is like, hey, those seeds of doubt that are already in there about, you know, this responsibility and having this kind of job and this trajectory of your life, like those seeds of doubt are already there, and I think Glass can tell. So it's like, hey, I can see this in you, and I'm pretending to be empathetic, so you'll trust me, is really what it is.
So mixed success on that. So because Glass is trying, you're needling at him to try to get him to realize something that may benefit you later on for him to be thinking about, to realize. So I think the mixed success in this moment is going to be what you're doing works, but also pisses him off. That he's like he's like kind of like a fuck you, like you don't know me sort of
Whatever,
thing, but
He'll
but
apologize to
like
me later.
based on that reaction, you know you hit a nerve, and it's something he's gonna be thinking about. So I think that's what happens, is that he downs the rest of his drink, and he looks at you. He says, I appreciate the thought, but it's unneeded. If you excuse me, I very much like to see this night concluded.
Fair enough. Don't mean to pry.
He sets the glass on a railing and strides forward with heavy footsteps to catch up with Oliver.
First night discount offer still stands.
And again, like from your study of Merlin, like all of this is just really out of character for him. Like this isn't he like reacting like that, getting angry like that. It's just
Yeah,
not
he'll
something
apologize to me
do.
later.
So, yeah, but I think you get the fact that again you struck a nerve there, and I think that had. I mean, it had
Ultimately, that's what I wanted to do.
Yeah. All right.
Great.
So you make it back to your boat. Salome, Oliver turns to you and says, well, it seems that we have a deal then. You'll receive your building. I suppose we will be cordoning off the street for the new tenements to go in to plan for demolition there. I will send word to you when we are doing our survey. We can find a appropriate spot for the bathhouse. And I suppose a 10% tax on profits as rent for utilizing the land will more than suffice, given that the increase in revenue for our tenement prices with the proximity of the bathhouse should compensate for the rest.
Can I roll a business check? I don't know if does this in her business mindset, as Sid has none, does this seem like a decent deal, or should I try to wane this down a little bit?
I think this would be a
What am I talking about? Salome's going to try to bring it down regardless. Yeah, I'm
yeah,
going to try to bring
it
this down
regardless.
regardless. Like,
Yeah.
I was just like, is this? She doesn't fucking care. Even if it is, she's going to try to get a better one.
That's fair. Try to negotiate.
So yeah, she'll just sort of smile and nod throughout all of it and say, 7.
All right, let's do a let's say sway,
Okay,
and we'll do risky standard, just storm normal.
cool. We do have a 6! Yay! 6, 3, 1. Fuck you,
All right.
1. Oh, the 1 was on your dice, man. I need to cleanse this shit in the moon. That's like first time ever. Wow.
It's just sleepy.
It's sleepy. I gotta wake it up. I'll
sleepy.
charge it. I'm gonna charge it.
He just watched you murder a bunch of people.
Mhm. I
and-
really do think, like, just the smile is very plastered on, and it doesn't
Yeah.
reach her eyes when she's listening to him talk. And she says 7, and then the smile reaches her eyes, and her smile gets a little wider. Like, if it goes any wider, it's gonna go like full smile, like across her face. You know?
Yeah.
Joke's on you. He's super into that.
Damn it. Well, that could work either way, I suppose. So
He gets the, like an anime flush, like
I'm discovering things about myself.
Yeah, I think what happens is again, it's partially the realization that, like, yes, I'm dealing with dangerous people right now. No, it does not benefit them to necessarily harm me in this moment because we're trying to, but also just like a lot's happened. I want to be done with this. So
I want to go home.
I want to go home. And I want to get home one piece. And so he says, I believe that we can make 7 work. I will have to get approval from the Baron, but I have no
Of
doubt
course.
that he will agree to these terms. We will draft up the contract and have it delivered to the jewelry box for your review. And if everything is in order, then we have a deal.
Excellent. Send the contract, and we have a deal.
He shakes your hand.
Good.
Has a chill runs up his spine.
Naturally.
He looks to Captain Panzia, who rather brusquely departs the conversation without farewells to anyone else.
Uh-oh.
I think even Oliver is a little perplexed by that, because normally you can tell, like, he has the mindset of somebody who's like, okay, now I have to stand here for the next 10 minutes while he says his goodbyes, and starts another conversation.
And then he just like completely ghosts everyone.
And
It's
then Panzia
like,
just goes full
okay.
Irish goodbye and just like leaves. And he's like, okay.
That's my
storming
ride.
out grumpily is not an Irish goodbye.
It's leaving without saying goodbye.
It's leaving
that-
quietly
yeah.
without saying goodbye. It's not storming out
He didn't say anything.
in a huff because one person said you look tired.
No, that's fair.
Oliver just
Jeff.
wants to
no,
get
that
home.
that's
I don't know
how
what
I
his first name is.
leave every holiday function.
It's a
That's
passive
what that
aggressive
is.
Irish goodbye.
Hey, what's Captain Pansia's first name?
Oh, yeah, what is it?
Theo.
Yes.
Panzia.
I couldn't think of it, so I just called him Jeff.
Yeah, Jeff
Oh,
Panzia.
My name is Jeff.
Jeff Pansia is kind of
Listen,
awesome.
Oliver just wants to get home to his 3 cats, charcuterie board, and like a bottle of red wine.
Oh,
Yeah.
girl dinner.
Girl dinner.
We need to get him somebody to share a girl dinner with. If we don't end up killing him, we should set him up with someone nice.
That would be great.
He's got a
Did-
parrot.
He's got a
He's got
Name Goose?
parrots. Can't have girl dinner.
Crackers.
Very specific diets to keep them healthy.
Okay.
Daddy
But
had
Oliver.
a long day at work today.
Also, most people shouldn't have parrots as pets, but I feel like Oliver probably is handling it.
You trail. Yes.
My headcanon is expanding as we speak.
Okay. Panzia and Oliver leave. The 3 of you, together in your boat, head back towards Silk Shore. We'll go ahead and conclude our job there. And y'all will have downtime to discuss what you've learned and take actions on that. But I'm assuming most of you probably just share all the conversations that you had and all that kind of stuff. But well done. a successful score.
Holy moly.
I only screamed a little bit on the inside.
Great job, guys. I feel great. I'm not stressed.
Yeah,
I'm not hurt.
You got out scot free.
I feel like we did. I feel like we did a really good job there, everyone. And I participated. Everything's great.
So let's talk about we'll go ahead and do payoff. So it won't be, because this was a job to get this new turf, there won't be like, not gonna be a big payoff from this, but I will give you something. So it's 2 rep per score by default. If the target of the score is a higher tier than you, take +1 per tier higher. I need to remind myself with the hive.
I think were they 3? Were they
The hive is 4.
4. Okay.
So they're 1 tier higher than y'all. So it's going to be 3 rep.
Okay.
For coin, I'm going to give y'all 4 coin total for this job. Again, something.
Van each.
More of a we can figure out a narrative for where the money came from, but we'll talk about, like, initial investment in business, that kind of stuff. The big payoff, though, is that you get the claim that you wanted. So I think we talked about that it was a claim for turf. So y'all can mark that on your map wherever.
I was gonna just do the one that was by covert drops.
Yeah, I think that's the one that
It's
we're
connected.
going for, because that'll connect to.
And we mark it up here. Nope, not that. There we go. Makes our rep track shorter too.
Yes, it does.
What?
We only
How
need
much
2
do
more
we have in the?
default.
Oh, nice. How much do we have in the vault, the crew vault right now?
4.
Out of
More than
16
4.
spots. Okay, I'm.
Or 8. Yeah, 16.
I've got 3 full coin, like what do you call it, stash right now. So you can throw that in the vault. You can throw mine in the vault.
I'm gonna put mine in the vault as well.
I'd like mine to also go in the vault, considering I am beyond mortal needs.
Hey, what pockets are you gonna put it in?
Yeah.
Exactly. I could put them in my pocket. They'll fall right through.
Oh man, these freaking ghost pockets.
Those
If you
certainly
follow,
can. They're not
if you
fire.
follow the show Ghosts,
The joke
any
is
gold
just
you had
gone
on
away.
your person would therefore cross over
Ghost
with
coins.
you. It'd be
Ghost
ghost,
coins.
Yeah, but then
Yeah.
I'd have to yell at my son Thorfinn from across the street.
It's a cute show.
I would like my coin, please, in case I have to build another hole. in a
Money,
panic.
please.
Yeah. Everyone
Have
sticks
yours.
theirs in the vault,
My
and
stash
then
is
Fume-
almost completely full, and I have 3 in my pocket.
I like the idea of, like, everyone takes their share, puts in the vault, and then Fume just, like, stands there for a moment and just walks away. Everyone's like,
Fume puts his in a separate jar that reads "Spare Body Fund."
There we
Yeah.
go. Yeah.
There you go.
alrighty. So
Every once in a while, we just slap another note on top of the one that says spare body that says tips.
Yes.
Put that on the bar.
But only if you want.
let's talk about heat.
Oh.
Baby.
Baby.
Let's talk about you.
Murder
So-
was involved.
Murder was
Yes,
involved.
murder was involved. You already get heat for murder. So again, we're looking at the descriptions here.
Mhm.
Was this? I don't think this was smooth and quiet.
No.
I was.
I was.
I don't necessarily think this also goes all the way to the other end of wild. I don't think.
No.
We contained
That
it to
far?
the space in the ship.
So
Yeah.
I'm between whether it was contained or loud and chaotic.
Can I make an argument for contained specifically because of where we were at the time? Tangletown is kind of out,
Yeah.
away.
You don't have to do like that's the thing. The interesting about Tangletown,
Contained
why you
by
had more
itself.
time to kind of figure stuff out, because again, you don't have to deal with blue coats or iron coats or any of that kind of stuff. Like it is fully like criminal haven.
It's
kind of-
Tortuga.
The thing, though, is
Situation.
since it's a criminal haven, though,
It's
everybody knows
supposed
our
to be-
business now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You did there was murder that happened there in a place where they specifically don't want murder happening because it draws the attention of like the wardens and potentially getting blue coats and other people
But
involved.
they started.
Someone let off
And yeah,
a
y'all didn't
flashbang for
start
some
it.
reason.
Y'all
Finished it.
I'm between the two. So we've got one vote for contained.
I vote for contained because it is a contained location, and I think that puts it one step down from, like, if the same thing happened in like a bar in Crow's Foot, we'd have way more of a problem.
I feel like it would definitely be wild. I have to go with Van on this. I think given that it's Tangletown, it's like floating Tortuga in the middle of everything. Like, also, don't we have the, or we would have to specifically call it out whenever we killed people to use that assassin's feature that we picked up of not drawing the
y'all
the
have crows. Also, oh yeah, y'all have Crow's Veil now.
Oh yeah, we have Crow's Veil now.
So that reduces the heat.
No, we don't take extra heat when killing is involved.
Yeah, so that's just all the time. You don't have to call it out.
Awesome.
It's not like you have to do something ahead of time. It's just that.
Well, we had to do the one thing ahead of time.
You did the one thing.
Just get the
you
Crow's
have
Veil.
that. You have that now because you took it as a crew upgrade, correct?
Yes. Yeah, we have it as a crew upgrade due to hard won experience or occult ritual. Definitely both. Your activities are hidden from the notice of the Death Seeker crows. You don't take extra heat when killing is involved on a score.
Yeah, so that's just flat. You don't get the extra heat from there. So that's awesome. You won't get that. I'm willing to go with contained on this one.
I'm willing to debate it. I
want to hear other
I just
thoughts.
have a strong feeling.
Does anyone want to devil's advocate say that they think it should be loud and chaotic?
Here's I'm still going for contained and only because we attempted to it went as well as it did, but we attempted to cover up the potentially supernatural shit with something explainable, and the actual supernatural shit, i.e. the ghost, did not get caught and was very successful at dragging a man to hell. So there's that.
If anyone should be getting heat, it's the wraiths.
Yeah.
Okay, we'll go with contained, so it's 2 heat, and then I am gonna add the 1 heat for a high profile, well connected target. Jira is pretty high profile, so that's what y'all did here. Is we'll get notice, like not the killing all, but the more so like the business deal than the murder. Will draw some attention because y'all are
Amazon merged with Adam and Eve, and Adam and Eve got the better deal. What? Yeah, that's essentially what just happened.
Yeah, exactly. So I'm gonna add heat for that. It didn't happen on hostile turf. This is specifically neutral turf, so I won't add heat for that. And then you're not at war with another faction currently, and you don't get heat for killing, so that's gonna be 3 heat total.
Okay, that puts us at 4.
Not bad. So let's roll for an entanglement. What's y'all's wanted level right now?
2.
Not bad.
I went to prison for that shit.
Yeah.
Y'all's heat is at 4.
Yes. 2 wanted, 3, 4 heat. 4 heat. I don't know where that 3 came from.
It's in between 2
My
and
brain
4.
was like, we're counting now.
Roll 2 dice here. So that one's a 6, and then I'll roll it again. That one's a 4. So with heat
Unquiet
fortified-
dead.
Well, that is one of the options.
I know.
Always going to be one of the options.
Yay.
Every time. To be fair, I think Unquiet Dead and Reprisals. I think Unquiet Dead on this list is statistically like one of the most likely for you to get.
This game was written for us.
We get it, Dead. You have something to say.
Gang Trouble is like the actual most likely, I think, based on like percentages, but I don't feel like y'all have got that one that much.
No, I think only once or twice, maybe.
Yeah. So your choice right now is either, for the 4 to 5 option, it's Reprisals or Unquiet Dead. Reprisals is enemy faction makes a move against you, and you can pay them off, or allow them to mess with you and yours, or fight back to show them who's boss. Unquiet Dead, we've seen that one. We know what that is. And then the 6th option is Show of Force. That's when a faction with you whom you have a negative status with makes a play against your holdings. You either have to give them a claim or go to war. And if you don't have any claims, you lose a hold set, but you'll have claims. So I'm assuming you don't want that one.
We just got turf.
Unless you want to go to war with somebody.
I go hard. Do we feel like going up to fighting people? Who are we fighting at this point? The Wraiths?
So of the factions you have negative, there's a lot.
I was about to say, there's
Yeah.
got to be a few in there.
There's a few at this point.
So there's the Bluecoats, there's the church, there's the city council, there's the foundation, obviously.
Homeowners Association.
The Hive I'm actually going to put you back to neutral with, given what just happened. I think that repaired your relationship.
I say we worked hard to repair that relationship.
Yeah. Iron Hook Prison. Spirit Wardens. Ulf Ironborn. Is he still alive? Why do I have him on my list? I feel like I killed Ulf Ironborn.
Did we kill him? Or did we just tangle with him?
No, we tangled with him. I snooped around.
We ran away.
when he was at the dog track.
That whole thing resolved in chaos
Yeah.
behind us.
Yeah.
We have no idea what happened to Ulf Ironborn.
I don't think so the Wraiths, obviously, I'm actually gonna move y'all down to -2 with the Wraiths now.
We just completely tank our relationship with the Wraiths and go to war.
And the Ministry of Preservation is the others. So yeah, it's really,
I will
mean,
say, I think going to war with the Spirit Wardens might be a bad idea.
Yeah. Yeah.
What are they gonna do? Oh, right.
yeah. Which if y'all pick that one, I'm gonna pick which one it is.
Yeah. I just know that they're on the list right now,
Yeah.
and that makes me nervous. For my ass specifically.
Yeah.
Reprisals is like, so the 4 to 5 option for reprisals is basically, it's kind of the same thing, but it's less severe. They're not coming after you, they come after an ally of yours, and you either pay them 1 rep and 1 coin per tier of the enemy as an apology, or you let them do whatever they're going to do, or you fight them and try to keep them from doing it. Or Unquiet Dead.
Unquiet Dead's always fun.
I honestly
Like
always
Unquiet
love
Dead.
Unquiet Dead. Like, I always love Unquiet Dead. Because we've killed so many people, we know so many dead people, you know.
Sometimes a waiter gets shot.
Yeah, we have a spirit warden living in the house. Like, I mean, we have a ghost living in the house.
Yeah,
like, you
there is
know.
just a ghost around.
Unquiet Dead does sound like fun.
It's been a while.
Yeah.
In a while.
You know, we haven't
And-
played that card in so long.
We haven't. And the likelihood of it being someone who's not me being haunted goes up with every session we play.
Yeah, yeah.
All right.
It's literally gonna turn into fucking, what was it? Metal Gear Solid 3 Snake Eater, when you're walking through the fucking river and all the spirits of the people you've
Yeah.
killed are walking the other way.
This is Hearts of
Okay,
Stone, Ghost Eater.
we're gonna do Unquiet Dead again.
Yay! We haven't done it in a long time.
We actually haven't done it in a while.
We haven't done it in a
It's
long
been a
time.
bit.
I
There
don't know
are
why it
just
feels
a lot
like
of ghosts
every
around.
time to me specifically.
It's
Because we
me.
get it, but then we choose the other option.
Because
No.
we're so excited for it.
We
I know,
are,
I
every
know.
time.
My reluctance is all for show. I'm gonna do something with ghosts to really fuck y'all up.
Yay!
Yeah.
With a frizz?
I didn't
No.
like look again. Just peek behind the curtain. Is like when we started this campaign, I did not realize how supernatural we were gonna go.
I warned you ahead of time exactly what I was doing.
Yeah, I know.
I'm
But I don't feel like it's
simply the
fully been
vessel.
on you. I think it's just been that's just where this group won. This
Well,
group won.
it's because you do one crazy ghost thing,
And
and
I was like, I want
and the
more of
floodgates
that.
open.
Yeah.
The floodgates open of
Hit a
like, oh, we're going
It's
there.
like in
Yeah.
it's like in Supernatural where they were doing monster hunting and then demons appeared and then everyone wanted demons, so they just did demons for the rest of the show.
And then like God was there, and then
Yeah.
suddenly God was there, and
And
you're
then
like,
demons were like, no problem.
Whoa, whoa,
like,
whoa, whoa.
And then God became Chuck Tingle for some reason.
spoilers for 17
His name
years
is
of
Charles. I can make
Supernatural.
that joke.
Rather, Chuck Tingle became God.
All right.
He would be a benevolent yet chaotic God,
Indeed.
like if Sheogorath was nicer.
I think he's plenty nice.
That was a
Very
Weird.
niche reference.
weird thing I just said.
That was very
That was
yeah,
very
it was a pull.
Elder Scrolls of you.
Okay, so that is going to be all the payoff stuff. We're good with that. I'll figure out entanglement. I want to do things. I'm gonna do things a little differently than I normally do them, which is yes.
Did we choose a crew upgrade?
No,
No.
we're gonna do that in a second.
Okay.
But I wanted to because a lot's gonna happen on this downtime, as far as like world building stuff, and I want to go ahead and narrate to y'all what happens before y'all start doing downtime activities
A
and stuff.
reactionary downtime.
Yeah, so that way y'all can, because you're gonna have a lot of stuff is gonna be happening over the course of your downtime and not just like something that happens at the end of it. So it would make sense narratively for y'all to be able to adjust and to do things in response to that. So
Pull out my gun.
yes.
I thought I was muted. Sorry.
He pulls out his gun. What do you mean? What did you miss?
All right. So we're going to be covering a bit of a longer period during this downtime, like I mentioned before, because I want this downtime to encompass the full construction and getting the bliss. Oh, what was it called? Baubles, Bubbles, and Bliss up and running, which requires a lot. Like so. Within the next couple days, Oliver returns the jewelry box with the contract for the
7%.
For the 7%.
Yeah, he doesn't take 3 harm.
Yes. He comes back and you're like, so how much? He's like, I could only get 10%.
Yeah.
Here's the extra 3.
Like, does he die? If that happens, does he die as soon as he agrees to it with the Baron? Does he die when he delivers it to you?
I did say when you deliver the contract, then we have a deal. So it would have been when he broke the news to me in front of me. Yeah. And he wouldn't die. He would just take 3 harm.
That's
so.
going to kill most people.
Oh, okay, fair. Well, then he dies then. Yeah.
Yeah, 3 harm kills most normal people.
Cool.
So that is delivered. Everything is pretty much in order there. Again, essentially the way that this works is that
No sneaky stuff. I read this backwards, forwards, front and back before I sign.
Yeah. The only thing, and not that it's really a problem for y'all because y'all are going to do it anyway, but in the contract, it does specifically say that no criminal activity will take place on the premises.
Okay.
So again, not that I think y'all care, and not that it needs to necessarily be said because it's a crime either way, and you are essentially leasing this this building from the government or the president of Dustfall. So he delivers it. You go and you pick out a location. Essentially, they're taking this like block of buildings kind of on the northern end of Crow's Foot. It's like right between Crow's Foot and the docks. It's kind of.
Do they have like the cool like steampunk like land assessors thing that like you look across and yeah, that's dope.
but essentially it's a lot of like rundown buildings and housing and things, some businesses that had closed. You there I will give you this. It's like you're there and you're kind of like they're doing their surveying and stuff. You see blue coats and iron coats there, like ousting squatters from these buildings as they're surveying them and boarding them up for demolition. Um, there's some unrest here that maybe makes Salome a bit uncomfortable about the whole thing. Um, they are, but Oliver picks out, like, goes to a building that's essentially like right across the street from the tenements. And that's going to be like a part of this block. It's going to kind of be very centralized to this. Points out to you, says this would be a good location for the bathhouse, gets your approval on it. You look it over. I think it's it's spot for you. It's going to take some work. That's all on your end. He does, like, the contract does say, like, it does have to have a certain level. Like, they're not asking for it to have a presentation that would fit in with like Brightstone necessarily, but it needs to be clean, well maintained, and
Showcase that we gentrified the neighborhood, essentially.
yeah, essentially.
Yeah. Okay.
So they everything gets settled for that. You're able to start working with contractors and getting things set up for the new building construction. At the same time the tenements are built. This is going to take a few months for everything to be
Specifically going out of my way to try and find laborers among the people that were fucking kicked out. So
I was gonna say, like, if you gave Fume some time to draft up some blueprints, there are going to be like a set for employee housing, and he was gonna be like, hey, do y'all want a job in a couple of months?
What you get to is that, like, so interesting thing that's happening here as well, that you're learning as you're like speaking with some of these people, because a lot of people living here aren't necessarily like, I mean, they're the more impoverished of Dustfall. A lot of them had jobs in like the docks and stuff, but not enough to be able to pay rent at other places. So again, squatting in this area. A lot of what is happening though is that you find is they're being ousted, and then representatives from the Institute of Sparkcraft from DIS are offering them jobs so they can afford rent at the tenements that the Baron is going to be constructing. This is a big like hiring initiative to get more people, because the whole reason they're building these tenements is to have more people that can work at the docks there, bring more people in. So basically they're kicking them out and being like, hey, do you want to pay to live here now? Here's a job so you can barely squeak by living here.
Yeah, still gonna try to steal people from that and give them a better
absolutely.
opportunity.
Yeah, I'm not trying to say they are in a
Oh, no,
good
no, not at
position.
all, not at all.
Yeah, but just so you get the full scope of what is happening here.
I love the idea they do that. They're like, I'll think about it, and then they just get swept in by Salome, like, actually, and then yeah.
Obviously with you do the best you can to try to give as many people as you can jobs here that would be better paying than what they would have but you just don't have the staff for that. Like, you wouldn't need as much staff, you couldn't take on that much, but you help as many as you can, and I think that's appreciated by the people there. Population in Dustfall approval goes up. In the meantime, you're dealing with all of this. This seems as when this project begins for the construction, I think because y'all are pretty spread around the city with, goings on in Night Market and Crow's Foot and Silk Shore now, you stay pretty tuned in and things going around the city, because this seems to be a part of a much bigger initiative that goes on almost citywide, kicks off pretty simultaneously. But this seemed to have been the catalyst for a lot of that. But you see DIS and the city council, and specifically all pushed and kind of spearheaded by the Lord Governor himself, was a part of a sort of revitalization effort is kind of, I think is pitched to the papers and in the city council as like a revitalization effort. Huge quantities of like the Leviathan blood import is like brought into overhaul at that point. Like more ships are commissioned. The docks expand as a result to feed the factories, which are hiring in mass to get more people working in the factories that are owned by Dis. Employment is rising. Like, I mean, there are jobs available for pretty much everyone in the city now. I'd say probably this is like unemployment at its all-time low for Dustfall. Not that they're good jobs, but there are the Baron is hiring a lot of people to work in these factories. There is a huge boom of smart cart research. Like you've seen the little bits of like the Baron's technology that you've seen at like Dustfall, like, you know, with his holes and some of the other like bits of technology that you've seen that are now being propagated and like commercialized for more public like availability. There are power stations, more power stations that are constructed in almost every district to help bring more like electric lighting and power into even the poorer districts in the city. It's especially prominent, and the growth is like almost like 100% coverage in Brightstone, Charter Hall, Six Towers, and Night Market. The more affluent districts on the eastern side of Dustfall, but that is I would say the growth in the western side of Dustfall. In maybe not necessarily Silk Shore is pretty well situated just about the amount of money that they make on all the shady shit that they do, but like Crow's Foot, the docks, Char Hollow, other districts have what many there would consider like a huge improvement of their quality of life. There are electric lamps that are brightly illuminate the most affluent area of the cities, and the darker, seedier areas begin to see more electric lighting put in. So there, like, that improves a lot of people's quality of life. The other thing that you see in the more affluent areas is the creation or the industrialization, production of more Sparkcraft technology, specifically like vehicles being produced and purchased by the upper class in Dustfall. They become more and more of a common sight, or are becoming more and more of a common sight as they thunder up and down the streets of Brightstone, Night Market, and Charter Hall.
Like steampunk Model Ts, like
Yeah, that kind of stuff.
okay,
Yeah.
okay.
Like it's not like city traffic, but think like 1930s like New York kind of. So it's like, you know, they have like maybe 15 to 20%, maybe even less, maybe close to like 10 to 15% of the population has a vehicle. And so they're just a much more common sight as they're being utilized in that area of the city. Not so much that you may see a car in like Silk Shore or Crow's Foot, and not nearly as much as the other areas of the city though. Because the people that can afford to own a vehicle don't travel out that way that often. So big swings there going on. But all of this is also accompanied by the Baron's sort of public safety initiative. There's been a big push that you've seen in the last few months since the Baron took power of trying to stamp out crime in Duskfall. And that is not slowing down at all, and continues to escalate. Ironcoat patrols continue to route criminal activity in the eastern area of the city, kind of pushing more and more of the gangs to the west side. They are there's just a kind of like a choking effect that is happening in with the patrols and everything going on in like Brightstone and Charter Hall, that is just keeping there's not as much money to be made there anymore, pushing them into other areas of the city, which is making them even worse as a result, just because the patrols and stuff going on there are not as serious. On the heels of all that though, the biggest change that is made is a series of checkpoints that are now established that pretty much bifurcate eastern western edges of the sides of the city, placed upon the bridges to sort of keep smuggling and illicit goods and weapons and things like that.
Foot traffic bridges are also on the water.
Foot traffic bridges, but water patrols become more common as a result as well. They don't necessarily have the checkpoints for water traffic, but there are boats with blue coat patrols keeping again these like Sparkcraft powered boats that are patrolling the waterways with big like searchlights and stuff to keep an eye out for any sort of traffic going through there. I am going to go ahead and update the map because I marked on the map where these checkpoints are located for y'all. So I'll move that down to the map layer. So y'all should be able to see them now.
Okay, I do see them.
Yeah. These checkpoints are essentially like barricades that have been established. It's again because it's mostly foot traffic anyway. Not many people have carriages or cars. Carriages and cars can pass through, but they're checking them for cargo. They're searching them anytime they come in and out. Anyone traveling on foot is subject to search as well. Again, for weapons, any sort of contraband, anything they might be smuggling in or out of the richer areas of the city. But yeah, that is, I think, over the next couple of months, those are the biggest developments that are undergoing. Y'all have any questions about any of that?
Why you do this? Why?
I don't.
Why?
The Baron do.
Why he do this?
He a mean guy.
He's just that kind of guy.
But I'll reiterate too that like the interesting thing that's happened with all this too is that again the approval for what the Baron is doing is pretty, again, it's pretty strong. Like on paper, like trying to reduce crime, murder, that kind of stuff in Dustfall, it's a pretty popular stance. And it's, everyone is kind of on board for that. Obviously, as y'all as being criminals, this is making things very difficult for you, especially when your business is being in Night Market, having to do business across the bridge becomes a little more difficult to get anything back and forth. Not that your store there, the coffers are doing fine just as an actual business itself, but for criminal activity it just becomes a little bit harder, and you may see some loss of profit there for anything you might have been smuggling or selling on the side. But I'd say when the public safety initiative hits this point where the checkpoints are established, that is when you start to see more of a shift between the common populace, the people that are now on the eastern or on the western side of the city, starting to realize like, oh, they're getting the bigger picture at this point, and you start to see more unrest, a little more tension going on between the haves and the have-nots. Tension kind of rising a bit more around the city. But yeah, that is everything important that occurs during this downtime, other than whatever y'all get up to. So, downtime actions.
I'm gonna get resistance stress.
Yeah, same.
All right. So yeah, we'll do anyone who wants to relieve stress can indulge their vice, or for those, or I guess for Fume, recharge your batteries. Grackle, do ghost shit. I don't remember how you reduce your.
Shit.
I have to go possess somebody and drain their life energy.
Oh, that's
great.
right.
Fun. Okay.
Good times.
Could you? Well, No, that'd be weird. I'm keeping your body semi-alive. Could you?
Possess my own body?
Yeah.
Probably at the detriment of that body. I don't think my
Salome, you wanna
body
see
would
a
be
magic
alive.
trick?
I don't think my body would be alive for much longer if I made a habit of that.
Oh God, what's his name?
That's like trying to keep yourself alive in a survival situation by eating your own limbs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like it's not a very efficient transfer of energy. In fact, it's a
Loss
it's a
of energy.
non-starter. It's
Yeah.
actually
Yeah.
very don't do that. It's not gonna work.
Counterproductive.
It doesn't
If
work
you've
like that.
already lost the limb, if it's
Yeah, if the
just
limb's
sitting
just
there-
sitting there,
Sure.
and you've like cauterized, and yeah,
sitting there.
if it's just there,
So
you know,
the-
like
the
what
main
else were you gonna do
question-
with it? You know,
Right. But like, don't start taking them off because you hungies.
Yeah.
It doesn't work like that.
So the question we're trying to answer is: if you give a ghost a body,
If you give a ghost a body, she's gonna want a cookie.
Well, I guess that's the question too. Could you possess your own body, suck your own body dry, and then just become a vampire that way?
I remove a couple of ribs.
I
That
believe
is how you
that
become
is
a
the
vampire.
goal.
Yeah.
Okay.
I believe that is the end goal. Yeah,
We're both talking about vampirism, right? Because I feel like maybe we're not,
intended
or
outcome.
something.
Listen, the kids call it a lot of things now.
Oh
Uh,
no, I've thought about this. I'm pretty sure I know how I want to go about
a wraith
the
off the
whole
street.
feeding situation with Grackle.
Okay.
Okay.
Well, let's do our easy ones first. So
Yeah.
Fume recharges batteries. No roll needed.
I'm gonna have to do it twice. I've got my freebie still floating, but I'm
Okay.
gonna have to do it twice. So
Got it.
'cause-
Glass, I don't imagine you're indulging your vice, are you?
No,
Oh, no.
I'm so chill.
Did you over? Did you roll a 6?
I rolled a 6.
No, Salome.
Overindulge.
Again.
But it's only the second time ever.
Becoming a ghost has been the worst thing for Salome's mental health. Me being a ghost has been the worst thing for Salome's mental health.
Oh no.
All right.
I rolled this. I saw the 5 and I was like, yes, perfect. And then I
Have you-
looked over and saw the 6 and went, shit.
Have
The
you
dice roll too
literally-
good.
They do.
Have you ever?
I've one time, and that's why I had ended up having to change my
Oh right.
my
From your milk baths to.
Yeah, you just got a little. You got a little silly with the milk baths. one
yeah,
time.
it was a little too much with the milk bath.
What was your vice currently?
My vice is still luxury. I just moved it over to a different purveyor, I believe, was the thing.
Who? I don't remember who you were going to for that.
My current purveyor's name is Sam Singer.
What were they providing you?
As we all look around desperately going, who the fuck is
I have
that?
no memory of this place.
No, we haven't met them before.
We gotta stop
I
picking up
just,
strays.
I figured out. I found it in the book of a potential luxury
Oh, got it.
vice
What,
purveyor.
what was Salome doing for luxury? Like, what was she spending? Was she?
Yeah, I'm
impulse
feeling
shopping,
it at this
or-
point. It was more like
shopping?
stress shopping. I think
Okay.
like a little bit of a shopaholic situation.
So you go and spend. You're in the middle of starting a new business, and you went.
I
and
went
spent
way too ham, way
and
too
you-
ham
And you
on.
went crap.
Kicks open Salome's door. Salome, the budget.
She's just like in a mountain of clothes.
Surrounded by Gucci bags.
Oh
I didn't even need these bags.
no! Why did I get
so
them?
many.
They were on sale. Like,
These are all summer dresses. It's winter.
Salome disappears
These are
for a
all-
few weeks because she has to return everything she
Everything
bought in
she
7 different colors.
purchased. Oh
So-
no!
Salome just like turns to like a mannequin. I bought a sundress. It's never sunny in Duskfall.
The sun literally exploded in the lore.
Oh no!
Okay.
Okay,
So,
I gotta find another vice.
well, no, you don't
Or
necessarily
those, I have
to.
other options. That's
Yeah,
right.
you have
That's
other
right.
options. So you can either attract trouble, and we roll for an additional entanglement.
Okay.
You brag about your exploits, and you get +2 heat. So you just talked too much during your shopping.
Talked so much. You
Gossip
leave, darling.
Way too much.
She's
I
just
turned into an
wearing the
eldritch
sundress.
being in front of everyone.
It was wild, darling. Wild.
Lost, your character vanishes for a few weeks.
Oh.
Return policies.
Or tapped, and that's your vice bear cuts you off. And the store's like, we can't, your credit is no longer.
It is atrocious.
I will say this. We can afford the heat, and I can definitely use at least one of my actions to get rid of it. If you
I
want.
could also
If you want
use
one.
my
An
floater
easy
to
one.
do the heat.
Please
Yeah.
don't call it a floater.
I mean, it is, because shit. Okay. All right. Okay. Yes, I think she talked a little too much about the good deal going on with the Baron. In fact,
Okay. So you bragged a little bit about your new contract
setup.
with the Baron.
yeah.
Yeah, and that's trying to draw some attention. So now people are much more aware of your crew, your connections with the Baron, and some people might just be looking to get in like socially with you. It's like, oh, I can get invited to a nice
But
party.
not the right people though,
But-
because the people that we actually like are now a little wary, which is not good.
Yeah, either wary or other people looking like, oh, this is an easy mark for me. Like they've got
Yeah.
a lot of money. I can get something here. So okay, so yeah,
Two
plus
heat.
two heat there, which
Okay.
only brings you out to 6. It's not terrible.
Unless someone has something else to do, I'm going to use my freebie to bring the heat down. I'll try to solve the problem I have created.
I'm gonna use at least one of mine too, because I don't have to indulge my vice.
Yeah. So yeah. we
Wait,
can
no,
say-
I do. I have trauma.
Oh yeah, you do have trauma because you don't indulge your. Well, so that's the option right now. You have 2 stress. How many traumas do you have right now?
2.
You have 2. So you will gain 2 stress if you don't indulge it by the end of this downtime. So you'll either go in with 4 stress, or you will.
I've started
you
jobs
could
with more stress than that.
Or you can probably, or you're probably going to overindulge, and you'd have to take one of these.
I'm going to regret saying this. Do it, but roll it on roll 20. It'll be
So at a
marginal.
disadvantage?
It'll be marginal.
I only have 2 stress right now.
Oh, 2.
Only.
Yeah.
I only
so-
have 2 at the end
Oh,
of
okay.
downtime.
No,
if I
sorry.
don't
I was
indulge,
thinking
I'll
you
have
had the
4.
4.
No, I only have 2. So
Okay, got
I'm
it. Got it.
Basically setting myself up for failure.
There's basic, yeah. I mean, there's a probably close to a 50% chance that you overindulge.
You'll overindulge. Yeah, shit.
That's fine.
Roll the dice, or just take the start with a little bit extra stress for the next job.
I'll think about it. I'll think about it.
I am gonna. I'll get everything done. I'm done after this. I'm gonna roll to reduce heat.
Okay.
How many do I roll for reducing heat?
So reducing heat is.
Oh, is it one of the ones that
Uh,
I can
it's-
choose how?
Yeah, you can choose how.
Okay. I'm gonna go consort. I'm gonna try to again fixing problems that we caused. Hey,
Yeah,
not we,
so
and by we I
basically,
mean me completely.
You get back from your shopping trip, you realize you fucked up, and you immediately go back the next day to try to like
Mitigate some things. Yeah.
You're like, I was drunk.
Sorry.
You start a rumor that
Okay.
you were lying about having connections to the Baron.
Yes, exactly. I got a 5.
Okay,
I got 12
so
fives.
so with a 5, you get to clear 2 stress. So 2 heat. So
Okay. So get rid of it.
you get rid of it.
I mitigate the shit that I caused. I don't add any more, but I mitigate the shit that I did.
Good job.
Sometimes it's all we can do. You
Exactly.
literally just clean up your own mess.
It
Yes.
all comes out in the wash at the end of the day.
Okay.
All right.
Well, I'm tapped. Y'all do something. Go for it. Sorry.
Would it behoove us to have implanted Fume in those buildings that were getting cleared out and getting offered a job?
Interesting. I mean, I will
Yeah.
tell you this. They're hiring so many people, you don't even necessarily have to have posed as someone like
Show up when I was in the tenement area. They told me to come here in the morning.
yeah, I mean you could literally just go ask for a job. Like they're hiring so many people. Like because a lot of this was to bring in people from other areas of the city to move here to work there. So if you wanted to get a job at one of these factories, you could absolutely do that.
And that would get me a room, my own little private room in the tenement away from everyone, where I could get out of
You
this
have the entire
stress.
basement.
I was gonna say, is this Fume's way of saying, Mom, Dad, I want to move out? Is that?
Everyone becomes an empty nester as soon as Fume leaves. It's just so quiet now that he's gone.
The pitter patter of Hull feet.
Through an empty house.
I was gonna say, except it's not quieter. We've got like 7 other children at any point just wandering around.
Yeah, okay. So we could use that as an inn if we ever want to snoop around the docks.
I like it.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, I mean, if I guess the question with it is because you don't necessarily have to do it as a downtime action. If you want to just say it's a role playing choice, like I guess if you wanted this to be more of a project,
like find out what's going into the
yeah,
docks,
is like
essentially.
is the end result? Is this just like, hey, I want to get my foot in the door for like a future job? In which case, that's fine. But if if you're wanting to see what Fume could learn,
I could roll some information for that.
then maybe a long-term project is the way to go.
Yeah. Okay, yeah, let's start a new clock.
Okay. Let me running out of space for projects.
Too many clocks. Should I draw one of my jank clocks again? I haven't done that in a while.
No, let me use my clocks, please.
Let's make
No.
a 8-section clock.
Now it's a race.
32-section clock.
Okay. I will copy. How many sections on this one?
Jesus Christ.
So you are, I guess the question for this is, are you wanting to like go in just like, floor worker, like on the assembly line, kind of like, or shoveling coal, like menial job, or are you hoping to like climb up to get to a point like, to be like an engineer or something? Like, are you like, is the goal here just to see what you're doing, like working amongst the like 90% of the workers?
We could start it off like base. Hey, I'm here to work, hard labor sort of thing, but eventually making it up to the, oh hey, I have a little bit of talent in Sparkcraft. I dropped out of school XYZ years ago.
Okay.
Support my family.
So I'll just do this as a 6-segment clock to start off with, and if you accomplish this one, then I might set you up for
Another clock.
future endeavors. What do I call this? We'll call it
9 to
Because
5.
this is more like you're almost getting like gossip and stuff around the factory. Because you're not integrating yourself with like the management or like
It's water cooler talk.
yeah. So I'm just gonna put this as factory gossip. And yeah, we'll go and roll on this one. What kind of roll?
Would it be a like consort or sway?
I think a consort seems pretty on the nose for this one. You're
Okay.
literally consorting with other workers.
I will push myself here and take a stress because I only have 1 dice in consort.
Okay.
Ooh, okay, 5.
5. Okay. So that'll be 2 segments on the clock. So you get the job. You start working there. Working at one of the like the processing factories here at the docks, bringing in big vats of Leviathan blood. You're helping to like get it all packaged and sorted and shipped off to wherever it needs to go. It's kind of a whirlwind, like first couple of months, like on the job, picking up information where you can, but you haven't learned anything super exciting or important yet. Awesome.
And is it like gig work? Like I show up when I want to work, or like do I have to report
No, this is like
consistently?
you have a schedule. You're working a full-time job.
Well, it's a good thing we're not doing anything during the renovation time.
Yeah. No, you're working a full-time job. But it is during like the day during business. So y'all are doing crime at night.
I don't sleep anyway.
I bet this is like, and again, I want to stress like industrial revolution style, like pre-labor laws, like work
18-hour work days.
Yeah, no breaks. 10 minutes to eat lunch.
Fume is the literal man for this job. Like the only type of person that it makes sense to do this job.
Yeah, you probably don't get tired that easily, so
but he gets bored.
Yeah, the boredom is probably the worst part. And then did you say you're also taking a residence like at one of the tenements, like
if it's been
moving
offered to him?
Yeah, so essentially what they do is they offer if you're in need of housing, they will essentially dock your wages and provide you with and put that towards your rent at the tenement. So you're given housing, but you're paid less as a result because they take that towards your rent. They also offer a really neat deal where you can be paid in like factory vouchers that can go towards like food and stuff.
Oh, okay. I was say like factory vouchers to future-proof yourself to turn you into a hull. Like you get 100 tickets. It's my time.
No, but say if you want to just have the food and stuff that they have at their little stores and everything around. You can do that instead.
Okay. At least once a week, there is a letter that gets, or a Grackle that just gets back home and mimics Fume's voice. I'm so fucking tired. Tired all the time.
Oh no.
So yep. Hope y'all sign up for capitalist horror, because that's what we're doing here right now.
Oh.
You mean to make a living wage, I have to work 18 hours a day just to go home to a place where they're taking money away from me just so I can live?
Yep. And then offering not to pay you at all, and they'll just provide food to you.
It's not living, it's just surviving.
I mean,
I basically just stole this from what the business that used to be Chiquita. What is the the banana?
You know, if you offered free healthcare, this could be socialism.
So close.
But it's capitalism because there's no free healthcare.
All right. So that is 2 of Fume's, so that's both of Fume's actions. And Grackle still has 1, and
Oh.
Glass still has 2.
Oh, I haven't done any actions yet.
Oh, did you not? Oh, you didn't do. Oh, right. Because you have to do special ghost stuff for your vice or for your stress.
That's the neat part. I don't. Because, all right, are we ready to get a little bit sidetracked with some rules?
Yeah, let's get some sidetrack. Let's get some ghost bullshit.
So I've done some reading, and this was something that I was aware of, and I had my finger on the pulse of it. I do not have the possess ability yet. It's a thing that you get when you level up, and you when you get enough XP to gain an advancement. It is a thing that you can gain. You are also not allowed to take it as your as one of the beginning moves that you take.
Oh my god.
So I did some reading on this, and I was like, is this on purpose? Like, this seems like a mistake. It's like, wait a second, hold on. But no, it is on purpose, because most ghosts go insane. So the point is, you kind of can't reduce drain, and you need to get enough XP to gain possession before you max
Go
out
crazy.
your gloom track. Yeah. So
Or we shove you in a body.
Interesting.
That's the ghost game. So I will not be doing that. But what I will do is I will use at least one of my actions to try and train my attune ability, with which I have none. I have none attune, and that is the skill that you use to possess people. So I should probably be working on that.
Yeah, because you actually have to successfully possess a living victim to do this. Interesting.
I do still have a plan for later, for when I do finally start possessing people. But that's where we're at now.
Yeah, so I'm reading the possess ability now too.
The actual drain reduction is interesting too, because it works differently. You're not indulging a vice.
No.
You're satisfying your need. And instead of rolling for it and reducing it by that much, you clear half of your drain. Rounded
So you can
down.
never fully get. Oh, I guess rounded down. So you can only fully get rid of your drain if you only have 1. Okay. Interesting. But I guess you don't even have to do that during downtime. You could do that at any point once you get the possess ability.
Mm-hmm.
Interesting.
Yep. Yep. But the possess ability is really interesting, because there are a number of things that, after you possess somebody, there are a number of things that can, get them to try and kick you back out, and you have to roll again to maintain control.
Yeah, so I'm reading. Yeah, consuming the spirit energy from your host is one of those. So you have to successfully attune to take control, and then you'd have to successfully attune again. Or I guess you could do the thing. You could consume their spirit energy, and then
And if you want to stay in there, then you'd have to roll again.
Got it. Interesting. Okay. All right. Good to know. So yeah, what actions do you I guess either you or Glass want to take?
At least once I'm going to train my attune.
Got it. Yeah, because I think you can only do it once per. You can only train the same track once per downtime.
I really ought to start working on that.
What is your tune at 0 right now, or is that 1?
It's at 0.
You might have to. We might have to.
Oh,
resolve...
don't worry. I could just push myself. Oh, wait.
that makes the problem worse.
It's a good thing I know what I'm spending my coin on.
Yeah, I'm realizing that the Grackle ghost ticking time bomb may have a shorter fuse than we realized. You may have one or two more jobs that you can do as a ghost before things start getting real bad.
What's funny about it is that I'm pretty sure we're gonna be done with the preserving Grackle clock before
Yeah.
I'm even able to like make good on it.
Yeah, which after you preserve Grackle, the body also has to be prepared for you. Like there's a ritual preparation.
Oh, well, okay, well maybe that'll be closer to about the same time.
So I gotta get
Yeah,
glass in
so-
on it.
So right now, y'all are just keeping the body
Pickled.
good. So you're trying to get the body to a stable point where it's not going to decay. So that I'm assuming Glass, maybe somebody else can start trying to figure out how to.
Shove
get-
the spirit back in.
Yeah.
Okay. So, how does training work again?
You just use an action and you get 1 XP towards it.
Okay.
Unless it is.
Is it one of the
in
ones on
prowess? If it's prowess,
Nope,
you get
it's
2.
it's resolve.
Yeah. So you just take 1 resolve XP.
Okay.
Alrighty. Glass, what do you want to do? Do you decide?
Nope. Let's clear some heat.
Okay.
I know I'm gonna do that regardless.
All right. What are you gonna do to clear heat?
I don't know. I get so invested in listening to everything everybody else is doing. I'm gonna go and spread. I'm just gonna go and spread some completely baseless rumors. About who was behind the assassination attempt.
Some
Okay.
out of pocket rumors.
Just some completely out of pocket. Whoever hates us the most, they're getting blamed.
Okay.
The Foundation.
Oh no, wait.
Uh,
I spread the rumor that it was an inside job.
Do you want to do a consort or sway?
I was thinking of Sway
Sway's fine.
for fun.
Yeah.
Yeah. I counterterrorism. Throwing dice everywhere. 6!
All right.
6. I roll a 6, a 1, and a 1.
Nice.
Stop throwing d6s all over my desk.
Okay. So that's gonna be, I think, 3 heat. Where is it? Yeah, 3.
Puts us down to 1.
Nice. Okay. What else? Also, like was pointed out, the preserving Grackle clock might be an important one for someone to work on.
I was gonna spend a
Yeah.
coin to start
Okay.
tinkering around with that.
Okay. Then that's done. I mean, you could start. You don't have to wait for the preserved Grackle clock to finish if you wanted to start on the.
I was
Research.
Yeah, I was gonna suggest actually that one of us continue preserving Grackle and the other or another go ahead and kick off phase 2.
Yeah.
Ritual preparations.
I have no pocket money right now, so I can't throw coin
Yeah.
to anything.
Well,
my
in rituals,
my overindulgence
I've
kind
got-
of fucked me here.
Rituals are
I've
really
still,
Glass's thing too.
yeah, I've still
Yeah.
got an action left too, so
Rummage through my pockets. I've got 2 coin to throw at
I
that.
don't need the coin just yet. Hi,
My
bud.
hand goes
Hi.
through your body. You're a ghost.
Yeah, but like
No,
my
her
body
bo-
still has real pockets.
Her body pockets.
My body pockets.
Hi, big boy. Found a cat.
Orifices?
No,
You know, body pockets.
Body pockets.
Flesh
Like a
pockets.
kangaroo pouch?
Body pockets. You know, body pockets.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna shove my hand down Grackle's cleavage and pull out
Yeah.
2 scales.
Yeah. I mean, that's where Salome keeps them. I don't know about you.
It'd be like when Roger Rabbit. You get like
Why is
there's
that
like
the
a bear trap in there.
Why is that the second time this week that somebody in my periphery has started talking about fucking Who Framed Roger Rabbit?
I mean, it It changed my brain chemistry, I gotta say.
Yeah, it
Yeah.
rearranged some neural pathways for sure for me.
Talk about trauma.
Hi.
Talk about trauma. R.I.P. those little sneakers.
I looked it up, and I found out that you can also train your playbook track. So I'm gonna use my second.
Oh,
I'm gonna use my second action for that.
awesome.
I think you. Do we need the thing for that? Because there's like a personal trainer for the skills. There's like an inside trainer, prowess, resolve, and like personal. I think.
Where are you looking at that?
I'm looking at crew
off
upgrades.
the top of my like memory. I thought.
Oh, that's to make it 2. You can just do it for 1. Yeah.
Got it.
Yeah.
I think you can train any, just baseline, any XP track can be trained for 1.
But if you have the specific training,
If you
it's
have the
2.
trainer, you get
Yes.
Which we
Got
have
it.
for prowess.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, you could pick up for another one too, I think.
Yeah,
You're worth it
all the other ones are still on the table.
for me in particular.
Have to do it.
Well,
Do this.
you do have a crew upgrade that's hanging out. Is that something you could take
It
with the crew upgrade?
Yeah, no, that's what I was saying. Is that it's a crew thing, and we can
Should've
use.
done that first.
Yeah, it's one of our upgrades that we can get. Copper, you're really making my life difficult right now, but. Yeah, we have the one for prowess, and we have mastery. Hi, you can't sit directly in front of the microphone, honey.
Mastery is for being able to top out your
Yes.
skill trees.
Yes, but we could still
skill
take
tracks.
prowess, resolve, and personal as a crew upgrade.
Yeah, so if y'all wanted to take the crew upgrade for resolve, then
Seems
I
like
would
it might be
say
helpful.
Grackle could have got the additional XP for.
This seems important. I'm down for that.
But I need to
if everyone else
confirm
is.
whether or not that's one that only costs 1 or one that costs 2.
That's a good.
Let's find that out first.
So let me see. Oh, it's on a different page. Excuse me. See advancement.
So you can either take when you fill your crew advancement tracker, clear the marks, and take a new special ability or 2 crew upgrade boxes. Oh, you're asking if it takes 2 boxes, or if you're.
No, if I was saying if that counted as an upgrade where we can take 2, or but it's not. It's not a special ability. It's an upgrade. So we could take that upgrade and another one.
As long as that doesn't take 2 boxes.
No,
to
they're all 1.
actually- Okay, then yeah, it's just.
Yeah,
1.
no, that's what I was trying to see
Yeah.
is what constituted. Oh, you can only take one of these versus
So
2.
you
Yeah,
could
so we could
mark
take
that-
2 of the training ones.
Yeah, so you could take 2 training ones and really start cooking on that.
Yeah. Or we can use one of our boxes. We get our final layer upgrade, which is carriage level 2.
Yeah.
Can we split it with? Oh wait, is it either or is it?
No, we already have the first carriage. So things we can spend a box on. Elite
Can we do?
elite
Can
rooks.
we do?
We don't have any of those yet.
No. Oh, we're getting those. Those ones we're getting.
Yeah.
Jack was gonna get those.
Can-
Insight,
can we
resolve,
do-
and personal.
Can we do the carriage and resolve?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You could do those.
We
Let's
also
do it.
have some quality upgrades that we haven't done.
Yeah.
Documents, gear, implements, supplies, weapons. Yeah, we could do. What's carriage level 2? Can't read. A second upgrade improves the carriage with armor and larger, swifter goats. Armor
Big
and-
ol' goats.
Armor and big goats.
Big goats.
Hey Val.
Yeah.
And then
Marvel Rivals, Yggdrasil, Goat Screams.
Oh my god, yes.
We don't wake up to roosters. We wake up to screaming goats.
Screaming massive goats.
yeah. So big goats and resolve.
Yeah, I think
Big
that's
goats
about
and
right.
resolve.
Our carriage is fully our layer is fully leveled up.
Big Goats and Resolve sounds like a
Yay.
spaghetti western.
See, that's why I bought all those things. Now, it's not as big of a deal.
You
Hosier's
bought
next
a
album.
sun hat.
I thought it looked cute on the goats.
It's the
Part of
exact
the shopping spree.
it's the exact same goats. We just bought them hats.
So, yeah, you can take the extra XP wings for the resolve since y'all had access
Huzzah.
to that before. Almost
Excellent.
there. Okay.
Yeah, layer wise, we're living the dream.
Yeah.
We
Yeah.
literally can't make it better if we tried.
We're looking good.
And keep the rent down, though. I'd like to spend a coin for preserving Grackle.
Okay.
And that's a tinker check on my end due to my physicker trait. That's a 6, baby.
Yay!
I think that's the last 3.
Oh, yeah.
Huzzah!
Woohoo!
I'm full of formaldehyde.
Her skin just looks so like moisture hydrated.
Oh, that's the Botox.
Oh, all right.
I can do the same treatment for you if you wish.
Oh, I
It's
love
like-
that.
He's tuned her up a little bit.
Yes,
She's
I've
just got some
replaced all of her
filters on.
muscles with the strand fiber. Now she's 100% more effective at running.
We've made her
Amazing.
faster, better,
But
stronger.
then if you want to start the ritual research project,
Yep.
I'll dump my freebie 1 tick into that.
Let's do it.
Okay, so Van, then let's go and ask the ritual questions.
The real question
I thought you were saying that as in like I knew what they were, and I was like,
No.
I was like, I don't
so
know.
this one will be pretty easy because we know what it's gonna do. So, what is the ritual and how is it weird? The ritual.
How is
just-
I mean, it's inherently weird
Yeah.
to other people.
But so we
To
know what the ritual
normies.
does. It's going to prepare the body for prepare a body. Because this is going to be a general ritual that you will have access to from now
Yeah,
on.
yeah.
So to prepare a body for possession by a ghost, to become a vampire. What must you do to perform the ritual? And you ask me. Sorry.
What must I do to perform the ritual?
And
And
what is its price?
What is its price?
Thank you. Thank you for asking me that, man.
Yeah, I think it's important to know.
So I'm going to say that it is going to look at some of the examples here. It's going to require an attune roll.
Okay.
I'm going to let you mark these down so you know for the future.
Yep.
It's going to require an attune roll. It is obviously it requires a body. That seems pretty self-explanatory, but I guess for the future.
I mean, if you want to get into the nitty-gritty of it, I guess.
It is going to attract spiritual attention and danger. So there will be like a dangerous or troublesome side effect to it, as like, you know, you're fucking with the ghost field. So once the body is prepared, other spirits are going to be like drawn to it, to potentially, so you may have to protect it in some way from other spirits inhabiting it before Grackle can. And it is going to take I don't want to set too high, I don't want to set too low. It's going to take 4.
I was going to say, if you want a comparison point, the other ritual I can do, which is the copycat one, is 3.
3 stress.
Mhm.
So I didn't want to do stress on this one.
There's the
Instead, because
magnitude-
it's a matter
magnitude.
of time, it's going to take 4 downtime actions.
Okay.
It doesn't have to just be you. It can be multiple people, but 4 downtime actions will have to be sacrificed in order to complete it.
I was going off the magnitude. Oh, okie dokie.
But no, seriously, Grackles, do you want some work done while we're doing stuff here? Have a crick in the shoulder you want worked out?
My mind immediately went to like cosmetic surgery or something that you were trying to pitch Grackle.
I've been
You want like a butt lift or
a BBL. I've been naming the rituals that we come up with for my own fun purposes. So this one is called Ritual: Bodybuilding.
love it. I know we need to take our break. So is there anything before we do? Did we get through everyone's downtime actions?
Nope.
You still have one left.
I'm debating if I want to spend a coin on something, but
Oh, if you want to think about coin, if we've done all the free ones though that y'all got. So if we want to do any with coin, when we get back, we can do that. But yeah, let's go and take our break here, and y'all can think if there's anything else you want to do, and we'll deal with that when we get back. But thank you everyone out there for watching. We'll be back in a few minutes to continue our session and go have a snack, get some water, take your meds, whatever you need to do. We will be back here very soon. Until then, stay tuned. Welcome back, Internet. Thanks for hanging out with us while we took our break. We're going to go ahead and jump right back into things. We are kind of in the middle, near the end of downtime. So I will ask y'all if there is any other downtime actions you want to take spending coin on, or we can open things up to any scenes y'all might want to do, any like free play stuff.
I have no spending money, so I can't spend coin in anything. I'm good.
Ben, take my coin. Take it. Take it. I have 2 coins.
the clock for my project.
Oh yes, the clock for your project.
Could def do that.
Let's go and get that started. So I'm going to start because we came up with a ritual and didn't actually do that.
Yeah.
Let's set the clock. So this is going to be pretty intensive. It's pretty different than anything you've done before. Let's do a 10-segment clock. All right. God, so many clocks up here.
It's like we're playing the game.
Well, preserving Grackle is technically done.
Yes, yeah. I'm leaving that one on the board just to remember.
Yeah.
But that Grackle is preserved. And we'll call this...
Did she have that dimple before? Just right there. It's kind of perfect.
They have to stuff me in a pickle jar.
I could
Preserver,
stuff
but,
you
like,
into a pickle jar if you wish.
paint her
All right.
nails.
Go to roll...
I cut her hair like 1/8 of an inch just to see if she notices when she gets back in her body.
This is so locked tomb coded. You don't understand now, but you will later.
I was about to say.
If you don't bounce off.
I listened to 7 chapters today while I was at the
Oh.
gym and doing laundry, so I think I'm finally in it. With the audiobook
That's-
is getting me.
By the time you get to 7 chapters, I think you're pretty well
I
in.
think I'm understanding.
You're used to the pros at that point.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which Sid was the one that was like, just try the audiobook.
It was exactly what I did.
Yeah.
I got 2 chapters in on a plane and just went, I don't know if I
Brain-
can do this. And then was just like, what about an audiobook? And
Yeah, I can't read Gideon the Ninth. I have to listen to it.
It's a
just
lot of
that-
new words at once.
Yeah.
Which I
listened
love.
I think it was an Instagram video or a TikTok or something, but somebody made a really good point that has stuck with me about how audiobooks are the only way that you actually consume like
I just saw that the other day.
yeah, like grammatically correct, precise language. Because when you read
Yes.
it, you truncate.
You're skipping
and
words. Yep.
skip words and stuff. And most film and TV and everything else, everything is promoted in like spoken, like common vernacular. But when something's written and read verbatim, that's the only time when you're listening to that you're actually processing language in that way.
Which is why it's so good to read to kids.
So reading out loud is so good for their language development.
Yeah.
Yeah. Something about listening to it.
that's
Stay in school, everyone. Sorry.
And
That's why
also,
so many
audiobooks are
readers-
just as valid as reading them with your eyes.
It really
Oh,
is.
for sure.
Yeah.
Oh, for sure.
I'll die
It's
on
like-
that hill.
So many readers, like, how many times do they find themselves in the melancholy basket? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, it's like okay, to be fair, that was because of Megamind, but like Horse Divorce, you know, like it's
Oh,
like
yeah.
shit that you've just read and you haven't heard.
Ever.
Yeah.
I know everyone on this call has said a word out loud and had everyone else in the room look at them
Viciously
like,
mock
the fuck did you just
them.
say
But
to
it's like,
me?
I've only read it
Like, I don't know, I just read it.
before.
At least I can read. Anyway, reading is great. Audiobooks are great. These books are great. I'm
I'm trying to think like back when I was like a kid and like a teenager and like reading a lot, like what I did when there was a word that I didn't know. Because I think most of the time I just skipped over it and tried to pick it up on context
clues.
It's like now I'll just like search for it and
Yep.
you're fine.
Yeah.
But like
Pronunciation.
back before I had a
I
spell,
sometimes I just
had
wanted-
a dictionary.
This is-
I was that kid.
yeah, I never took that.
Thesaurus.com. Anyway.
Thesaurus.com,
Not sponsored.
dictionary.com. Not sponsored yet.
Yet. We've been working
One of
on it
these
for years,
days.
y'all.
Next season.
Working
Yeah,
on it,
fingers
as in
crossed.
we keep saying it out loud.
Yeah.
Hoping it
Yeah,
will
I'm
manifest.
hoping
Willing
that
it.
somebody
The
through
secret.
zero work.
The secret. Willing it into existence. Anyway.
Yeah.
Anyway, you've officially opened the door to fan art, so you're gonna
Yes.
start. getting-
Yay. I love it when Wayne sends me fan art.
Um,
It's like the highlight of my day when it happens.
so the
Sorry
last
for the distraction.
no, it's okay.
It wasn't me this time.
It wasn't.
It was about
Um,
me, but
Listen,
It
first
wasn't my
session's
fault.
back. We're gonna go off on a lot of tangents. It's fine.
we've been. I feel like we've been pretty good today.
we've been pretty good. Yeah. I think
Not too
tangents were
bad.
mostly at the beginning, and now we're after the break.
Yeah.
Well, once we get into it, we're in it.
We're evening out the energy.
I'll
level.
let.
I missed you all.
It's been so long. I'll let the
Cat.
tangent lie with this. Because I love a book that just like opens and just throws you into the world and doesn't explain.
Yes.
So if you like that kind of thing, these are the books for you.
Mm-hmm.
If you bounce off that kind of thing, like I did
Get the
initially,
audiobook.
start listening to the audiobook because this woman is putting her
amazing.
entire chest into
Oh.
every character. She is doing a full
psych.
one-woman show.
Have you gotten to? Okay, tell me when you get to the low voices, just like the voices that on the page are like written smaller.
The problem
tell me when
is
you
I
get
have
there.
no idea what anyone's name is.
It doesn't matter
'Cause I can't
It's just
see
like
them.
people in the background. Like she'll do the background people, and like on the page, those like lines are smaller prints or like light.
Oh,
I actually
the
have.
shitty teens.
I think it's back there.
The shitty teens.
Just
Yeah,
read along.
Yeah, the
Center-
shitty teens, like all of the shitty teen stuff.
Center
is,
on my
like, just in the
shelf
background somewhere.
back here because I am listening to it on Spotify, but I did pay for an actual copy of the book, and it's sitting there.
Just
Mine's in my bag.
Gideon and Harrow right next to each other.
love it.
Yeah,
so
once I
much.
found out that Gideon was like dumb,
Oh,
Big old
yeah.
dum-dum.
I was like, oh, I know
Yeah.
you. Okay, I'm
Yeah.
comfortable.
Big old dumb now.
You're
Familiarity
saying
is my-
saying crazy words, but your personality I fundamentally understand.
Here's the thing, like, the lore of this world is so ridiculously dense, and I usually bounce off hard on that stuff. But the thing is that the main character also doesn't know shit. So it's like, I hold on to her
she's learning.
like a
I'm learning
raft
with
in
her.
the storm.
I
Like,
hold on to her to ask the big questions like, what the fuck is that?
she is my North Star. It's
she's
all like,
allegedly-
if I don't know what's going on, so does she.
She's
and
the
that's
best-
okay.
This isn't a spoiler because I'm still in the first few chapters. She's the best swordsman in the entire house, potentially ever, and she only knows how to use one kind of sword.
Yeah.
So
They
keep
try
an
to
eye out
give
for
her a
the-
rapier, and they're like, "You're the best ever, potentially ever, that the Ninth House has put out in Swordscraft." And she's like, "If I can't use my two-hander, you might as well just shove my face into the dirt." and I'm like, hey, ninth house, y'all okay?
Have you gotten to like actual sword fighting yet?
Well, no, because she got it in one fight, but it was extremely unfair.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Not yet.
But when you get into
I'm in the
actual
training
sword
montage
fighting,
right now.
it is so incredibly written. Like,
Very excited.
oh my god. There's
Yeah.
one scene in particular that when you get to it, you'll know. But anyway, like we're playing a game right now.
Yeah,
You're
keep
fine.
an eye out for the GGK book club. Stream.
That's not a bad idea.
We
You
literally-
laugh, you joke.
We had a book club channel for a while.
No, but like a stream where we just
Everyone reads
have
a book.
club.
Oh, actually, like a monthly book club stream would be really
Here's
fun.
what we do.
Really great.
Hold on. So it's gonna be.
Let 'em cook, let 'em cook.
It's gonna be a stream, but only 4 of us have read the book.
Yes, and when at the
don't want
end
to
we have to
take it.
guess who didn't read it. Yes.
Oh my
That's the game. That's
It's
the
like-
game.
You'd have to assign the slacker.
Yeah.
Like Secret
I-
Santa.
Like a Secret Santa style. Yeah.
Call it Secret Slacker.
We did it. You saw it right here. Right here.
This is an extremely fun
TM.
idea.
TM.
If I was ever the person that they were like, you can't read this book, I would be like frothing at the mouth to read the book.
Yeah.
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 I would be so angry. I remember the classes in high school where I didn't do the assigned reading, and I sat
Oh,
there.
I wrote an entire
and, like,
20-page paper on Wuthering Heights. Haven't read that shit to this day.
Yeah, and being so
Good.
nervous you're gonna get called on for a question or something.
Yes.
Makes me like the idea of doing this makes me simultaneously so excited and so anxious.
See, I know I can. I know I can make it up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I can fake it.
I know
can
I
fake
can
it.
make it up.
I
gonna
went
be
to
the
art
worst is,
school.
like-
I can bullshit this for
Yeah.
Oh,
sure.
right? Yeah.
Okay, also though, spin-off segment where 3 people read the book and 1 person watched the movie.
Watch the movie.
Oh my
Yes.
oh, that's also really good. If we
Yeah.
just do
That's
books
good.
that were turned into movies.
See, that one's good
Amazing.
for people like
But,
me who get immense FOMO, because I'd be like, okay, I'm still gonna experience this with you guys. I'll
But
just
not
watch the
the
movie.
original.
But not
I'll-
exactly the same.
But I'm definitely gonna read the book later.
Okay, so Harrison Ford, RJ didn't read the book.
one of us would fuck it up. We'd inevitably fuck it up.
This is a
Wait.
throwaway joke, but
Can we- I know we're doing bits, but like, can we put a pin in this for later?
Yeah, let's put a
Yeah,
pin in this
sure.
for
'Cause
later,
that's a
I
really
actually
fun
do
idea,
love this
actually.
idea.
I love that.
Except when it turns out that Val is rigging the game, and every time Val's the one that didn't have to
Yeah,
read the
I've
book,
never had
and Val's just in their office for 12 hours painting minis. And they're like, "Yeah, Gideon
I totally read the
and
book.
Jeff, the sword master."
Yeah, so I'll definitely be doing the assignments on this one.
Val tells us they're gonna put it in a randomizer, but they're just pulling their own. It's just a hat full of slips of paper, and
That
all the
all
slips
have
of
my
paper
name. All of
have
them
your
say
name
Val.
on them.
All
Yeah,
say
all of them
Val.
say Val.
After stream, someone remind me the teleprompter idea that I had.
Okay, let's put a pin in book club, Faker's
Yes.
book club, movie book club,
Yeah.
Teleprompter.
and RJ's teleprompter.
Done.
Yeah.
We'll talk about this.
Why
next
I'm doing this like I have? What am I? I'm
There's a
pinning
bulletin
things.
board.
I'm
There's a
pinning things
bulletin
to
board
my
off
board.
screen.
Do you guys see me just manifest
If
a
you-
bulletin board out of thin
Yes.
If you physically do it, it sticks in your brain better.
air? Pin it.
Fume turns to Salome and there's arms crossed as they're standing in front of Grackle's tank. I could make a hand softer if you want. Like a whole new baby skin sort of situation.
Her eyebrow twitches once, as if she's slightly intrigued by the idea, and then smacks him upside the head and walks upstairs.
If you have any ideas for improvements, I'm all ears.
Do your job, Fume.
Where do you get the skin, Fume?
Oh, it's
Where do you get the baby skin,
skin.
Fume?
from the other side, I turn to Salome and say, "Well, one day we're gonna have to actually nail down what his job is."
it's easy. It's the new skin that Grackle's loves, just grafted off and then.
She's
look at
soaking
her.
and squalling right now, so
I was
it's
about to be very
great.
concerned.
Actually,
In what? What was
For
the
the
word you just
babies of
said?
Dustfall.
squalling oil. Oh my god. Okay, put a pin in.
Yeah, we're learning- I'm learning more new words.
Skincare secrets. I'm 37 years old, bitches.
Real
anyway,
book club, imposter book club, movie book club, RJ's
Fume goes-
teleprompter. Skincare secrets.
Yes, done. Thank you.
Okay. Let's
Anybody have any
actually
red
try to
Let's
get
do the
another
game.
hour of
No,
this
we'll do
game.
the game. We'll do the game.
Grackle, do you want a gun arm? Like a arm that turns into a gun?
Are you asking her body, or are you calling for the
What?
ghost?
I'll take
Right,
your
right.
silence. I'll take your silence as approval, but not consent.
Salome, I'm starting to get worried that something is up with Fume because he seems to be in that phase where he's like giving all of his things away.
Oh
Is he okay?
no. Oh no.
We'll monitor, I think.
He's very generous today.
We'll monitor.
Concerned.
If you want like Wolverine claws or something, I'll still take this silence as approval, but not consent.
Full adamantium skeleton.
I want to know. I want to know where Fume draws the line between approval and consent because I bet that's a
Until,
messy, squiggly line.
Approval but not consent means that he gets everything ready to do it,
I have to wait for Grackle to say yes.
but doesn't actually start
Yes.
until he gets the yes.
That's
Puts
where
in
all our
of
fucking.
the
That's where all our
effort.
money is going. Is Fume
Yeah.
keeps buying all of this stuff, and they come into people and be like, "So do you want this?" And they're like, "No."
When will I ever use 20 feet of rope? I need
Oh.
50 at least.
Grackle's gonna come out fully Inspector Gadget.
Yeah.
Yes. She's already got the coat.
Yeah? Yeah?
Okay.
It's just a
okay.
different- you just gotta
Actually
swap out
getting
the
back
hat.
To the game.
Back to the game.
Her out
Getting
for a
back to the game.
fedora.
Yeah, swap the cowboy hat out for a fedora. She's Inspector Gadget.
For the love of God.
Go,
Glass, I
go,
need you to make a
Gadget
roll.
Spectral Terror.
Yeah.
Wait, me? What was I doing? Oh,
You're
right.
doing
the ritual.
Building a body. Building a body.
Bodybuilding.
Bodybuilding.
Yeah, you're preparing the body, or you're
forgot I
learning
had-
the ritual.
I just
for this.
assumed I'd already rolled for it.
Yeah, no, you're learning the ritual. So I think it's gonna be a study roll.
Okay. I got 2 of those. Not a
Okay.
tune.
You're gonna do a tune to actually do the ritual once this is completed, but this
This
is
is the book
figuring
learning.
out the ritual.
Okay,
Yeah,
I gotcha.
this is the nerd
just-
shit of being a.
I have to do a quick scan because I have so many special abilities at this point.
Yeah.
Okay, that's ritual. Okay, ritual.
You could push this in if you want to.
Well, summoning lightning in my immediate vicinity is probably not going to help me.
Made you a gun that just screams.
But with
Why?
the ritual itself, we could get into some real Dr. Frankenstein stuff.
Frankenstein was the name of the doctor.
That's why I
Yeah.
said Dr.
That's
Frankenstein.
why they said Dr. Frankenstein.
Are you okay?
I don't know.
Oh no.
I've just been forgetting to mute.
That pocket,
how I know
that
that
pocket
you-
of his brain that Tumblr took over 10 years ago is finally starting to rot.
I've never been in Tumblr.
You've Okay, I
By
know Wings.
osmosis,
You've
probably.
osmosed Tumblr.
What are you talking about? I don't know what a Tumblr
Okay, I don't have anything for this. I'm just gonna roll.
All right.
That would be a 6.
Ooh.
All
Get
right.
it.
That would be a 6.
So that'll be 3 progress.
3.
Make it 4 because I'm dumping my freebie in there.
That's 4 progress.
Yeah.
Do you want to throw both fucking coins toward 2 more rolls, Grackle? To just
Yes.
pump away at this?
Take my money.
Things that need time can be solved with money.
Exactly.
Listen.
And I'm not gonna use it.
Glass comes out of the basement after like 16 hours. They're fucking sick of Fume, but like go to Salome and is like, just have like a little more money. Bodies are very expensive to maintain, turns out.
Jack did mention a small stash. Jack was stealing your money for you.
Like I know what upkeep tapes.
Oh,
I know how
that's-
to
I
keep up a
acceptable.
living receptacle, but this is really something.
fucking
just like-
enjoy that we're just shouting into the space, not even regarding if Grackle's there or not.
Yes,
know she's
exactly.
there.
Just assume she's here somewhere.
I think the reason
I know.
why
Wait, I
Fume never
always know
gets
if
a-
she's around.
Fume never gets an answer from Grackle because she's never actually there.
So I always know if there are supernatural entities in my presence. So when they're shouting into the ether and Grackle is not there, I know.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I do
And
not
Glass
say
just
anything
laughs.
ever. There is one thing I know that Grackle prizes above all else, and it is her solitude.
Mm.
And I'm just gonna let her not be there sometimes.
It's her solitude and keeping rent low.
Because if I tell them she's not there, inevitably one of them's gonna go looking for her.
There are two things that Grackle values in this world. It's solitude and keeping the rent down.
And both of those can be achieved with guns.
So I pull out my gun.
Yeah, I also pull out a gun. We all pull
I
out
pull out a
guns.
teeny tiny pistol.
I always have a gun.
What if Glass pulled out a gun and it was like this huge, like, monstrosity of a tech sniper rifle? Like, I don't
Where
know.
were you hiding that?
I'm very good at my job. I can put away quite the barrel, if you know what I mean.
Oh man.
I really wish I hadn't said that out loud.
Me too. Things I've said, not what you said.
Okay, are we doing 2 more rolls?
Yeah, I guess.
Let's fucking go.
All right, I'm on it.
All right, so 1 coin. Let's do another.
I read another book. That's another 6.
Oh my
This
god.
guy, I got this
Yes!
little black and gold guy, and he's like
Yeah!
freaking murdering everything out
Black
here.
and gold. Black.
All right.
The other one's
You
not
are-
so much.
If you get another 6, then this thing is completed.
Yes. Yes.
I know how to read.
I'll spend a stress to assist you.
All
I
right.
have points in attune.
We
All
keep
right.
we keep doing this where we stress ourselves out in downtime to just like force these clocks.
We kind of have to. We've got too many clocks.
You used both those coins, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, we have technically only used one. If you want yours back for something,
Fine. Put
Eh?
it in my ghost pocket.
we can use it. But if you want it,
Would you
can
like
have it.
to?
Would you
Please.
like to?
Please use it.
Yeah, let's use it. We'll use it on the clock.
All right.
These
make
are my
another
2
roll.
coins that went over my eyes when I
I
died.
get another dice.
1, 2.
If you rub them together, they make a little squeaky noise.
That's literally my father has requested that when he dies, we have to put 2 full dollar coins over his eyes to
I kind of want
give to
that too.
Charon.
You gotta pay.
Gotta pay the
I'm
ferryman.
between that and building myself a mausoleum that has nothing inside but a lawn chair and just having you guys prop me up in it until I'm just a cool skeleton in a lawn chair in a mausoleum.
I love that.
Environmental storytelling.
It's a tableau.
I'm gonna donate my body, get turned into diamonds.
Guess what I rolled, baby?
A 1.
Yes.
Oh my
Yes.
This was the one I put in for
Shrek,
Fume
Shrek,
because it's
Shrek.
like weird and smoky. And...
You're rolling like like 4 dice, right, for a tune?
No,
well, I'm
this
doing
was
study,
Oh, study.
so I was doing 2, and you gave me 1, so 3.
Okay. I'm helping.
And the one I added in for Fume was the 6, so that was Fume's success.
Well,
I went to Fume and I was like, what is this word?
I guess describe to me how Glass ritual researches this entire ritual in the course of these couple doing this. And I mean, it wasn't really that short of a time. It's like I said, a couple months, but at the same time that like you've spent a lot of time doing this.
I've spent since switching my vice purveyor a million years ago, the last time I overindulged, I have spent a lot of time with Lord Skurlock.
Okay.
Because he's not only our patron, he's also my vice purveyor and has been for quite a bit. So I think that's probably lending itself to a lot of learning in a short amount of time.
That is
And so I think has picked up probably some better habits from him as well. It's not just skimming over things to get to the interesting parts.
Yeah.
But actually I think between that and just like I spend every day all the time doing weird shit with Fume. Like, so I think Glass now has 2 like really deep knowledge bases. And I think this is the point where the things that Fume has sort of passed along and the things that Lord Skurlock has passed along this is like their convergence.
Got
This
it.
is the point where now the magical process and the physical process both make sense. So I put them together.
Yeah, at the end of this period, you have
With
Grackle's
Fume's help.
body has been fully prepared, and you have a ritual that would allow Grackle to possess and fully inhabit this body permanently, with the one problem being Grackle has to figure out how to possess a body.
I think that's the part that Glass is legitimately the least worried about. I figured out how to turn my own living body into a ghost. I feel like I can coax a ghost into the
Into
body
acting.
into her own body.
So,
Come
do we
on.
need to pick our next job to be something that will force Grackle into dire situations in order to offer XP?
All right, so here's
We just need to
the
stress
plan.
Grackle out as much as possible.
No, to
Hold
make
on.
her roll a bunch of what are they called?
Resistance?
The circumstances. What are
the
they?
blooms for Ghost?
No, our rolls. It's like it's not controlled. It's not
Oh, desperate.
a desperate action. There we go.
Desperate.
Sorry, it's
Yes.
been a while.
So we
Yes.
need a bunch of
to make Grackle
like,
roll a bunch of desperate actions?
Yeah,
I
we
have
have
an
to
idea.
make Grackle roll a bunch of desperate actions.
I have
but
something-
Shoving her soul
specifically
back in her
for
body.
attuning. She
I
specifically
have-
has to desperately attune.
I have
a
the
lot.
perfect plan.
or at least you resolves.
Or
at least you
command,
resolves.
or consort, or
I think I see
sway.
what you're
So just
putting
put her in a bunch
down.
of
I have the
stressful
perfect plan.
social
Yeah,
situations.
I was about to say. So we send Grackle to
They're
speed
having a
dating.
moment.
Oh my
God, it's okay.
god.
I throw her a
Speed
birthday
dating.
party, but I only invite my friends.
Done.
Many
I
of whom
hope
are ghosts.
these low
There you go.
fortune rolls are in our favor.
They probably don't mean anything, and Val is just going to
fortune
keep rolling
rolls
them
are in
until
our
we shut
favor.
up.
until we shut the book up.
No, I was rolling for the clocks on the board.
This is very much
the-
like the teacher not saying anything, but just putting their finger over their mouth and you
I'm
just
just
copy them.
waiting.
just counting down. Just
If you
5
want,
minutes off recess.
4,
6
3,
minutes off
2,
recess.
Oh my
1.
god.
you want
Everyone
Grackle
grab a
to
bubble.
really stress out, set her in a room with just Fume and a small writing desk, and then Fume's gonna make her take some written tests.
Oh god.
But she
No,
has-
No,
I rolled
the
for,
oral portion of the exam is going to be worse, I feel like.
I rolled for head consequences, iron code investigation, and Grackle busters.
Did you succeed?
In that order? Well, so the first two rolled a 3 and a 1, so both those were fails, so they only got 1 tick. The last one got a mix, so Grackle busters got 2 ticks.
Damn. They should
I
have
am
put on some
waiting.
bug repellent.
I'm waiting
Something
for
is
the
going
head
on with me today.
consequences. I'm waiting for the head consequences to be like, we're about to do our final like epic thing to take down the Baron, and that's when head consequences comes due, and then we have to do one more bullshit thing
You just get like
to
swatted.
deal with our
just
friend who's a
before.
wich taking a bunch of heads.
We get swatted, but all of the members of the SWAT team are people who Kellen has stolen their heads. So
Yeah.
it's just a bunch of like headless horsemen just like storming the jewelry box. There's a fun little story in there somewhere.
I like that. I like that a lot, actually.
Okay. I think that is all of downtime actions, though.
Gambling den roll.
Yeah. roll that.
Oh yeah.
Thank you for reminding me.
You're welcome.
So we roll our tier, which is now 3,
Mm-hmm.
and then we just minus heat, which is only what,
One.
2? That's...
It's one now.
Ah, okay. Woo! We got a 6. So that's 5 coin,
dollars.
bitches.
Who needs money in their pockets? Because I
I
do
could
not.
take spending cash. I have none.
Everyone should have at least one coin at all times.
Yeah. So I will gladly take one. Do we want to split? Everyone take 1 for spending cash, and then we throw 1 in the vault.
I already have 3 in my pocket,
Oh,
Yeah,
damn. Okay.
so I'll put mine in the vault as well.
Okay.
I'll put this one in the vault as well.
Okay, so 3 in the
Wingsy,
vault.
do you want your coin?
I don't.
Putting it in the vault.
Okay, so 4 in the vault, 1 to Salome.
Now the vault is looking incredible, besties, for you. So we have 11 in
Yeah.
the vault now.
Yeah.
Well, technically, we have 4 coin, and then the rest is in the vault. But
Yeah.
Wait until I actually have pockets to put them in, and then I'll start taking coin again.
man, I think that's
Did it give
probably
you
the
flesh
thing I would miss the
pockets?
most about being a ghost.
Pockets?
No pockets.
Don't have pockets. You know, like the touch of a loved one, or like
No, pockets.
a cat sitting in your lap. But I think over time you get used to that. But the consistent inconvenience of never having pockets to put shit in sounds like a fucking nightmare to me.
Yeah.
I started wearing men's jeans. We'll never do anything else.
Game changer.
Same.
You know how much
Great.
shit you guys can. Hey, men.
Oh
Why
no!
you've been keeping this a fucking secret. Even in the skinny jeans, I got so much shit in these pockets.
In my skinny jeans, I can store my Switch, my phone, 2 bottles of water, my wallet.
I literally have a pair of jeans that will fit a Steam Deck in the back pocket.
Yeah, I mean, my
That's
problem usually
insane.
buying men's jeans is I want less pockets than they normally have. Like, it's usually too many pockets. I don't need
Whereas
that many
women's
pockets.
clothing, like half of the pockets aren't
It's
real.
not a problem. You're inventing a problem.
They're just stitched on.
That's the most first
It's-
world problems shit
I've got too many
I have
pockets.
ever heard. Oh, I have
'Cause I-
too many pockets.
Because everything
Oh,
was like,
I have
mean,
too
especially like in
much
the early
money.
like 2000s, and everything was like cargo pants and shit. I was like, I don't want these. I
Those
don't
are
want
coming
these
back.
Pockets.
The
That's
big,
fine. They,
like trip pants and stuff.
Other people can experience what I already
Gen
have
Z,
and
they
did
love
not
'em.
like.
Jinkos
Like,
are
I've-
back.
I've stuck with my skinny jeans, and skinny jeans are coming back apparently, and I'm just here existing the way I always have. So
Gen Z can pry my skinny jeans from my cold dead hands.
well, they did, and now they're using them. All right. So entering into free play with the situation in Dustfall being what it is, your new business is up and running. The city is obviously taking a turn. You would assume for the worse. Like the Baron clearly is continuing to enact his plans without much resistance.
Can I ask a quick question since I wasn't
Yeah.
here for the inception of the new business?
Mhm.
Where is it? Where are we
It's-
basing it out of?
It's in
Where is
Crowsfoot.
this? Where's this building we're buying?
It's in the north.
Crowsfoot.
Okay.
Yeah, northern area of Crowsfoot.
I realized I didn't know that, and now I do.
So we now have turf in Crowsfoot, in Night Market, and our home base is Silkshore.
So
Yes.
does that make Crow's Foot one of our hunting grounds, or is that separate?
Hunting grounds is different than turf.
I just didn't know if I needed to add it because that's a
'Cause
that's
they're-
a separate little section where you can put them in.
Because I believe there's a separate way for y'all to expand your hunting grounds. Because y'all ended up doing that for Night Market.
Yes, I didn't know if we had
Um,
done in. Sorry, this is sheet upkeep for me since I was doing the.
I'm trying to
crew
remember
sheet.
how y'all did that before. If it was something you got from an upgrade. I want to say it was one of your crew upgrades, but
Oh, sorry, you can keep going. I can find it in the book.
no, I mean that's all I really had. My next question was just going to be, what do y'all want to do?
What do we want to do?
What do we want to fucking do? I mean, I feel like we're gonna keep the
Oh.
business up and run. Oh, go ahead.
Sorry, I was wrong. When you acquire turf, you also expand the size and or type of your hunting grounds.
Oh, okay, great.
So,
So we have 3 hunting grounds now.
Yep. So
Yeah.
we've got Charter Hall, Night Market, and Crow's Foot. Crow's Fought, as I have spelled it incorrectly.
I thought it was Silkshore Night Market, Crowsfoot.
No, our home turf and our hunting grounds are not the same thing.
Got it. Okay.
All right.
When we first started, we picked where our like home
Initial
base
hunting
is,
ground was.
and then where
Okay.
our hunting grounds are, because your
Yeah.
hunting grounds when you start out are not the same place where your
Because you don't know where you eat.
where your base is.
Yeah, which your turf also doesn't have to dictate where your hunting grounds are. Because the way that I'm reading this too is when you acquire turf, you also expand the size and or type of your hunting grounds. But it says detail the new area and or methods with help from the GM. So you don't have to say Crowsfoot is your hunting grounds. You just now have the opportunity to expand your hunting grounds.
Just thought it made sense since that's where we were opening our latest business. But yeah, it could be somewhere else.
Yeah. Or you change the operate. I don't know what y'all's operation types are right now.
They are burglary, espionage, robbery, and sabotage.
Got it.
They're listed on the right under the hunting grounds on the character
Yeah,
sheet.
because we're really bad about the hunting grounds thing. So when you prepare to execute an operation for your preferred type on your hunting grounds, you get +1 die to any gathered information rolls and a free additional downtime activity to contribute to that.
We've had this
operation.
exact same conversation before.
Yeah, we
Shit.
keep forgetting that.
We always forget
So-
that rule.
Yeah, so when you do if you were to, so right now it's Charter Hall and Night Market, I think are your two hunting grounds.
Yes.
Anytime you do a job in those areas, then you get those benefits. So now that you've expanded your turf again, you can choose Crowsfoot, or you could choose somewhere else that you think you'll be more likely to do jobs in. I don't know exactly with like the operation types. There's just nothing in here that I've seen. Maybe I just have missed it.
Well, I just found something that we definitely didn't do when we created
What?
our crew and established our hunting grounds, which is your hunting grounds are useful for a particular type of criminal operation. Each crew type has a list of different types for their hunting grounds.
Yeah,
Those
so
are the
it's-
4 I just gave you. Choose one of these types as your preference.
Oh,
For each hunting ground.
Oh,
Well,
no.
So we prefer to
No.
do burglary here.
because it's when you execute an operation of your preferred type on.
So
your
we
hunting
have a
ground.
list of preferred types that we were supposed to pick one from.
Y'all didn't.
Uh-oh.
Not all 4.
So, so
Uh-oh.
it's okay that we haven't been using those benefits because we also didn't.
Well, it's why the
know.
question at the end is execute a successful burglary, espionage, robbery, or sabotage, because those are the 4 that are preferred
Yeah,
for
so y'all need to
shadows.
pick-
But we should have picked one.
One.
Yeah.
They hid that on page 93 of the rulebook.
So yeah, y'all have to
Oops.
pick
I found
one
it.
of those, and then when you get turf, you can either change. You can either get more turf,
It says you can,
or
expand.
you can get another
hunt.
hunting ground, like expand it to a different area where you would get the benefit when you're conducting that type of job in that area, or you can get another operation type, which expands the kinds of things you can do in that area to get those benefits.
I never realized that this text box that says burglary, espionage, robbery, or sabotage was typable in. As if you're supposed to remove some of the options.
Yeah,
How long have we been playing this game?
a couple days.
And it's fine. Listen, guys, games.
I
have a
mean, a
lot of rules.
little over 2.5 hours now. I'm not counting all of the like bullshit time we were doing. So
So should we pick one?
Yeah, yeah. Let's go ahead and do that.
I
What's
guess
the one that we
either
have preferred.
I guess sabotage.
That's fair.
I feel
That's
like
the one I prefer.
Because that can be social or wrecking the shit out of
I think
stuff.
that's the one we've done the most of.
Y'all mostly just because y'all don't really do jobs for money.
No.
Not anymore.
Y'all mostly just do jobs to fuck over other people so
Mhm.
that you can keep doing your day jobs.
Yeah, welcome
Yes.
to
It's
Duskwall.
mostly- Let's see what y'all have been doing.
All
Like
things
a lot of people
considered.
will do like kill people and get paid for it, or rob things and sell those things to make money. y'all's jobs are your jobs, and then your crime is
To
like,
Hobby.
expand the empire of our job. But yeah.
I can't take coin to my grave, but what I can leave is a legacy.
yeah. So yeah, y'all want to go with sabotage for that?
Sabotage? I
We're
think
gonna
we could make
change-
an
For a good
argument for
time.
espionage, but I think sabotage is way more.
Y'all have leaned a
all-encompassing.
lot more
yeah.
towards sabotage than actual espionage.
for
Okay, let's
Yeah.
delete those other three.
Oops.
Okay.
Oops.
So the question with that is now okay. So now you'll have more turf. You can either get another location, so expand into another district, and so anytime you do sabotage in any of those districts, you get those benefits, or you can pick another one of those operation types. So it gives you more variety of what you can do in either Charter Hall or Night Market.
Got it.
I just think taking Crow's Foot would be so choice.
Yeah.
But y'all should think about too, like, what is your crew's goal right now, and where the job's going to benefit you the most
To
do
be
them.
king of the
Like,
pirates.
So what would like where are you guys going to be doing work based on your like big objectives?
I mean, I think the main goal now is to sabotage the shit out of the Baron and gain allies in the process to also help us sabotage the shit out of the Baron.
Because because the Red Sashes had kind of filled the Crow's Foot vacuum, right? Initially.
Yes.
Yeah, initially the Red Sashes were taking over Crow's Foot, since the Red Sashes
And they're-
have fallen in stature.
Yeah.
The Hive is now mostly in charge of Crow's Foot, but there are other factions that are kind of fighting for it. Again, the problem you're having, the issue you're having right now is that like there's like too many cooks in the kitchen here. Like all of the gangs that were previously holding turf in like Night Market, Six Towers, Charter Hall, Brightstone, any gangs that were acting out of there have found those areas to be much harder to work in.
Now that everything's being shuttled west.
Yeah, and now they've moved their operate because there was just more like presence from the Iron Coats and the Blue Coats. There's more law enforcement in those areas, so they're being incentivized to do more of their crime in Char Hollow, Crow's Foot, the Docks, Silk Shore, Coleridge, Dunslow, and Barrow Cleft.
We could swipe Crow's Foot from the Hive.
Yeah,
Just really
if you
piss 'em
take,
off.
yeah, if you take it as your if your goal now is to take Crow's Foot to like secure as your turf and start trying to oust other crews from it,
It's a big power play.
then yeah, Crow's Foot would be a good option.
I mean, we do now have the Karth in our pocket situation.
Yeah. It's a pretty big power play,
Could go for it.
which I love.
We're going for it.
Does anybody have strong feelings?
I
heard I do not shrug.
I think securing our powerful points, especially in
Yeah.
places that are key to
Going a
take
little
down
tower
the
defense,
Baron's
but I like it.
operations. Yeah, but I mean, okay, so like again, Crow's Foot right there next to the docks.
Mm-hmm.
Like if we hold down Crow's Foot, him getting the Leviathan blood in is harder. We're already in Night Market. Like, you know, we blew up Dis once. I mean, who
we'll do it
says we
again.
can't do it again? Or something along those lines. So
And I will
yeah.
say that gives us almost the full like belt across the center of the map, because our original base was Silk Shore. We've got Charter Hall and Night Market, so if we take Crow's Foot, that whole swath right
swath.
there is us. We would just have to get more of a foothold in Silkshore to call it an actual hunting ground, but that's where our like base of operations is, so we already have kind of a foothold there.
Yeah. I think our reasoning there was we don't like eat and shit in the same
Yeah,
place.
yeah.
Yeah.
But when we rule the whole city, it won't matter.
Precisely.
Yeah, that would give us, if we take Crow's Foot, that's 3 connected. Now I'm playing Risk.
Yeah. Always take Australia.
It's
No, sorry, anyway,
it's 3 connected.
Yeah.
It's just one huge hunting ground for us.
The Baron has bisected Duskfall left and right, and we're just gonna split it like up and down.
Yeah.
It's gonna be great.
Hamburger style.
Hamburger, not hot dog.
Yeah.
I love it.
Yeah, let's take over some Crow's Foot.
I wish I could
so
like
put
I want to like color code this map and like start filling in colors on the districts that are ours.
Color.
I could probably do
Red.
overlay in the areas that are
I don't mean to give you something else to do. I could
no.
definitely do that.
What color do y'all prefer?
Red. The blood of angry men. Also, this whole campaign's been vaguely crimson.
Yes.
Maybe not crimson, a little darker.
A little sanguine.
A nice burgundy. A nice cabernet.
All right.
Some fava beans and a nice Chianti.
I did just buy a brand new shade
Now,
of Mob Beauty.
I don't
that
know
is
who's
supposed to
drawing
be-
now,
Oh.
Who did it?
but
As-
you're highlighting a district that is not one of your territories.
It's the other one. Sorry. Again.
No, it's okay. I can do it.
Home base is in Silkshore.
Yes, it's not
Hunting
technically
ground. So it would have to, that ought to be a different color than the other 3.
Purple.
Yeah, make Silkshore purple.
Well, I'll just put a dot there. But anyway, y'all, is there any again, the question is there, well, I guess so add that as your
hunting
as your
ground.
hunting ground.
Done.
And then what are there any scenes anyone wants to do? Because we probably won't have enough time to get into another job today. But if
Yeah.
there is any scenes anybody wants to do amongst yourselves or any NPCs you want to talk to, or we can go and start planning the next job.
What would be our next job? Because honestly, I'd like to start a job or like another project where it's to get around the blockades. Because right now they're only going like letting people through on official businesses across, right?
Oh, I love this because what's the next? Okay, right now we have the covert drops. We also wanted. Did we want to? Was it the fence that we wanted to,
Thought we already had the fence.
or did I switch it?
We have covert drops, gambling den,
Mhm.
and a couple of turfs. And then we have a couple of prison ones. But loyal fence is extra coin for burglary or robbery.
Okay.
Our other 2. Covert drop is the one for extra coin for espionage or sabotage.
Yeah.
Tavern was one we were looking at, which is an extra dice to consort or sway on site.
Mm-hmm.
I think those were the main 2. Lookouts was the other one. Extra dice to survey and hunt on your turf, of which we have quite a lot now.
Mm-hmm. Do we feel like we could swing one of those into the idea of getting around the checkpoints?
Sorry, could you repeat that one more time?
Do we feel like getting one of those holds is something we could swing into a job that is a way of getting around the checkpoints? So if we wanted a loyal fence, someone that would be helping us in some location to sell off things so we don't have to go through checkpoints, or getting the lookouts as someone that can help us keep an eye on getting around the checkpoints, something like that.
Yeah. Oof.
I think both of those are good options. I think that's more the approach than anything.
So our job is to find either a fence or some lookouts.
The lookouts I think is gonna do more.
Mhm.
We so rarely burgle and rob,
Yeah.
which are the names of the two characters in the new buddy cop movie I'm writing.
Burgles and Rob.
Burgle and Rob.
They're the lookouts. Burgle and Rob.
Burgle and Rob.
Smash and grab,
As a-
Burgle and Rob.
They're cousins. They're cousins.
Yeah, they're cousins. Yeah.
Yeah, because the covert drops is what's getting us, I think, the most extra coin, just like flat, because that's every espionage or sabotage we do, and then the gambling
Yeah.
den. So we already have a couple of things that are giving us a lot of money.
Mm-hmm.
And we do.
Yeah, let's get lookouts.
We do survey and hunt an awful lot.
Yeah. Yeah, let's get lookouts.
All right.
Go in
Keeping
and
an
try
eye
to.
on things in and around the checkpoints, which it
Are
does
we getting
look
the
like.
some strategic border police on our side?
I think in the position we are now, lookouts is the right call.
Yeah.
With more and more surveillance happening, with more and more blue coat presence, like, yeah, lookouts is the way to go. We're not super concerned about funding our illicit activities. We have plenty of legitimate businesses to fund our illicit
we do.
activities.
What would be good for us is a little counter surveillance.
Yeah.
Okay,
I agree.
we've talked ourselves into it.
All right. We're going for lookouts.
Okay. And what is the? I don't have it up right now. What is the benefit of lookouts it gives you?
Plus 1 die to survey or hunt on your turf.
Okay.
Of which 2 things we do quite a lot, and a thing we have a decent amount of now.
Yeah, absolutely. Okay. So thinking about how you want to acquire those lookouts, what are you thinking?
I like an espionage job. And I like the idea, like Van said, of all those folks at the checkpoints. They're not getting paid enough. You know they're not getting paid enough. And we already have someone working at the docks. Fume can get in buddy with some folks. I feel like we've got some good potential ins for that. Yeah.
What I will say with if you want to like maybe try to do something to get people placed at the crossings and these checkpoints, or get people on your side, however you want to accomplish that, either persuading some blue coats to like keep an eye out for you, that will get you the bonus for it. It will not remove the difficulty of crossing those checkpoints on its own. That would have to be its own job with its own mechanical benefit.
Okay.
I just want to make that clear. If your end goal isn't necessarily to get the lookouts, if your end goal is, hey, we want to be able to cross this bridge
Yeah.
unimpeded, then that's its own job. It's separate from getting more claims.
There's an option to do setup jobs though, right?
There are. So we could
could we
could
use
consider this a setup
getting the lookouts as a setup job to get over the checkpoints unimpeded?
Yeah, we could essentially accomplish it as like it'd be just 2 different jobs one will accomplish getting the lookouts, and then y'all can that sets you up, people on the inside to maybe figure out what is the easiest way for us to get past this checkpoint. And one thing I'm going to say is with all assuming y'all are looking like the checkpoints out of Crow's Foot into Charter Hall, those would be the ones you would get access to.
Yeah. Not
you
all
wouldn't-
of them.
we wouldn't just be able to like, okay, we've done one, now we can get through any checkpoint.
Yeah.
So
From Crow's Foot to Charter Hall, that makes sense. That completes our little unimpeded rainbow. Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, that'll keep us from having any trouble sort of moving amongst the
That works for me.
sections.
Do we like the sound of that? I am spitballing here, but that sounds like
I like it. I'm just trying to spin it into a whole job.
yeah.
Yeah.
Because if
So-
we were just gonna like pay off a few cops, that's
That's one thing. yeah.
that's free play. That's free play baby town frolics.
Mhm.
To be fair, we don't really have to figure out the details now.
This
We
is
can
Correct.
just come up with the idea, and then like that's next week us problem.
Yeah.
She's got a point.
Yeah.
And I
I
got a
mean,
fight.
things to think about for when y'all are, it's like who we're targeting. So what's the target of this? Is the target the blue coats? Like, are we going after the blue coats and seeing if we can persuade, blackmail some of them to our side, and get some people on the inside? Is your play maybe some of the other gangs that are there operating out of this area that already have some lookouts? Because you have to assume that when you're getting claims, that it is a claim that somebody else already has,
Yeah.
and y'all are trying to supplant them, eliminate them, so you can put your own people in place.
I love this game. My job is ruined. The phrase "getting claims" for me forever.
Mm-hmm.
I literally, you said that out loud, and my stomach dropped.
No.
But I like the idea, so we'll start our next job with y'all going after getting these lookouts.
I'm also thinking
With
the scale of it being a full job, because there's 2 checkpoints between Crowsfoot and Charter Hall.
Yeah, so
Just saying.
that would be lookouts again. I would say the lookouts that you would have would be for Crowsfoot, so it'd be the bridges. I mean, it's anything in Crowsfoot, because you're not just targeting the checkpoints here. You're targeting having lookouts in Crowsfoot.
Yeah,
as
no,
a
I'm
whole.
thinking
Yeah.
like using that and then scaling up to the next job.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just thinking ahead a little bit.
Yeah, absolutely. So I'm putting on my list.
My friend who is a blue coat, Jaren, he's listed as an archivist. So he has like a desk job.
Yeah.
Correct?
Yes.
How would we feel about getting my buddy Jaren promoted?
I mean, I think he's earned it at this point. Honestly.
To head archivist of the Magnus Archives.
No, I was
Oh.
thinking maybe he's interested in pursuing some,
Cease destruction,
Field work.
turn your gaze.
field work at
I think
one of the checkpoints.
that
We should
that's
get
a
him promoted to
demotion.
like. Oh shit,
Bridge captain.
that'd be pretty
Bridge
sick.
Captain Jaren.
I can't think of the.
You don't
What
have
I
to
was gonna
push
say.
around paperwork. You can just sit in your cushy office and watch people pass on the bridge.
Like a like a field supervisor that generally works a desk but like makes appearances every so often to
GM.
do like inspections. Isn't it? We make him an inspector. Inspector
Ah.
Jaren.
Well, we already have inspectors.
I will say, if you were able to get Jared promoted to a
Jaren.
Jaren.
What's this man's name?
Jaren,
Jeren. Jaren.
if you were able to get
I thought it was
Jaren promoted, that may work better for the next job. Like if you're
Yeah.
getting Jaren promoted as like
Part of the
person-
checkpoint situation.
the
Yeah.
person the person in charge of the checkpoints.
Now hear me
in
out.
Crowsfoot, and that
We
gets
take
you.
Jaren and we change his face, and then we kill whoever's in charge of the checkpoints, and we
I
replace.
feel like I've
Is this
heard
feeling
this
familiar?
before.
oh, hear me out. We build a new hull and we put Jaren's soul into it.
We're no better than him.
And then we're out a bunch
We
of
never
money because
said we
Fume has
were.
already built the hull, and then comes to us and is like, "I have an idea."
Do you guys realize that the shit that we do is like the stuff from conspiracy theories?
Yeah,
Yes.
Yeah.
yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Uh,
All we're missing is,
There are conspiracy
mole
theorists
people
in
or something.
Duskfall that are like in the paper. Like there's editorials in the papers of people going on about like people replacing people's faces and
Mhm.
Cowboy ghosts and
metal men.
Sparkcraft researchers that have developed ways to change their bodies. And
Did
all
you
that
hear
good
what
stuff.
happened in Tangletown the other day?
Yeah. Everything
What?
that y'all
No.
do has ended up.
Violence
in the
doesn't
newspaper.
happen in Tangletown.
I'm realizing
Someone let
that
off
like
a flashbang in Tangletown.
Duskfall has hallucinogenics in the water.
I mean, that's probably just true.
There
Yeah.
are probably motherfuckers who live out in the wastes, like Doomsday Prepper style.
No, do you think that like the conspiracy theory that the birds aren't real and that they're like robots spying for the government?
Yes.
There's
yeah.
only like one type of bird in Duskwall right
Yeah.
now.
Grackle
Grackles.
and
Yeah.
ravens.
Grackles and ravens.
Yeah.
Listen, our government
That's the
is
end of
being
the
run
thought.
by a cabal of vampires.
Have you ever noticed that all the birds look the same? They're not real.
I saw her. I saw the cowboy ghost to Silk Shore. She was riding across the bridge.
She can't be the horsewoman of war. That's already a thing.
Yeah. Okay.
All right. I think we
Lookouts.
have the beginnings of we know our end goal,
We have a
Yes.
and we
concept
have
of a
some
plan.
ideas on.
We have 12%.
I think what we'll have to decide. I think the biggest thing to decide if you're going to go for the second job, the one you're setting up for, as being get Jaren in charge of the checkpoints. Then for your lookouts, you need to figure out like, is there a crew in Crowsfoot that y'all want to go after, to like take away their lookouts, to like supplant them with your own, or again, who you're going after to make this lookout thing a possibility. We'll think about that for next time. But for now, I think it's probably the best time for us to wrap things up. So let's go ahead and do our end of session stuff. All right, PC advancement. We didn't have any desperate actions today, so I don't think any XP for those. Playbook specific XP triggers.
Oh, yes. So much calculation.
Leave that to y'all to adjudicate. Express your beliefs drives heritage or background.
Kind of always. Yeah.
And then the last one we had here, I don't think we talked about it on stream. I think I talked about it before the stream. We're changing that up a little bit. So it struggled with issues from your vice or traumas. There was an expansion that came out, the Blade Deep Cuts official expansion, that had a cool thing in it that I wanted to implement for XP traumas, which is instead of the struggling from issues leading it to like me having to present things to struggle or like loosely interpreting that, to making it more actionable for the players. So from now on, if they see an opportunity that they want to like invoke one of the traumas their character has to their character's detriment, they can do that once per session and they get an XP for it. So
Can I still take an XP for fucking up and overindulging though?
Oh, yeah, you still get it for the
Okay.
the vice is still the same.
Okay, cool.
Yeah. Struggling issue vice stays the same, but that last one will now just be you struggle with issues from your vice.
Cool.
I guess I'll leave it the same to remind you that if you invoked it to give yourself the XP for it, but you only get the XP once. So
Cool.
all right. Van, do you want to do the crew?
What if 43 episodes in, I was like, no, I don't want to do it anymore.
I don't know, we took a break and you were missing the last session, so maybe you're like, you know what? I don't want that responsibility.
Nope, repetition is
anymore.
comfortable and I like it.
Okay.
Execute a successful, we didn't. Well, I guess
No,
technically
we
we
did-
ended the job today. So
Yeah,
yeah.
y'all did, because I don't think we got
I'm also thrown
XP
off
for-
because I was missing some context.
Yes,
in between.
I don't think we took the XP for the successful job last time.
We were gonna
so-
wait to
yeah.
finish shit up.
Okay, one for that. Contend with challenges above your current station. The Hive.
Yeah. Hive and the Foundation. I mean, we literally made a business deal with
This is
the
true.
Baron.
This is true.
Yeah.
Bolster
When
your
he
crew's...
actively hates us.
Well, you know, he'll get over it. Bolster your crew's reputation or develop a new one. Brutal / loyal.
I don't think we necessarily did anything that would have earned a new reputation.
No. But I mean, we did also in the completion of this. Did we give ourselves points for being vicious for dragging a dude down to hell and melting some people's faces?
You got that.
We got that last time.
Last time.
Cool.
Yeah.
I don't know then.
Yeah, I don't think necessarily anything for that today.
We'll get back to it.
Yeah.
Goals, drives, inner conflict, essential nature of the crew.
I mean, yeah. We made a body. We built a body.
Yeah.
Built a body.
And filled it full of Botox.
Well, guess what, fellas? We gotta pick another advance.
Yeah!
So how about we put them off because people are missing, and then we come back and we're like, oh, man, we get another one. I love it. It's very fun.
One?
So we get another one.
Woot! I love it.
Well, we will figure that one out at some point in the next few sessions.
And definitely not before the next session is, because we never do.
We always say we're going to. Let's just be realistic. We'll do it at some point, maybe next session, maybe the session after.
I'm going to say this out loud because we always forget it's an option too, because I always forget. We can also use both of our crew upgrades to get a new cohort.
Yes.
Not that we need one. We're still in the process, I think, of getting our most
new
recent
special
one.
ability too.
Yeah. We always go through the special abilities and the crew things. I just always forget cohorts in there.
Good
Let's
point.
think about it.
Yeah, we've got several abilities we also had on our list, so
Yeah, think about it.
I think it'll
Let's go around and do our stars and wishes. Then we'll do a quote. Who wants to go first?
I'll go first.
Go for it.
My star is gonna go to Glass for not giving a shit about pissing off Pansia to get the job done. Because yes, please.
He'll get
He's a
over it.
grown man. He'll fucking get over it. And it's a very Glass thing to do. My wish. Yeah. I am enjoying the capitalism as an enemy aspect of things, and I'm very excited to go deeper with that, and also deal with the struggles of being so, again, like there is no ethical consumption in capitalism, given that we have many businesses ourselves, and kind of having to struggle with that now that we're kind of, floating to the top here, if
Yeah.
you will. So would love to deal with some delicious ethical components of that, because I feel like that's just coming anyway. So
Yeah, that's definitely we got our first taste of that with y'all getting your bit, building a new store and being, building the bathhouse and everything, and looking around and realize, oh, this came at somebody else's detriment, didn't it?
Whoops.
So
that's me.
love it.
Never forget where you came from.
Mm-hmm.
Who next?
I'll go. Oh gosh. Hello everybody. It's nice to get back. So my star is a group star to everyone for one, dealing with my shit, and also just I missed y'all. My wish, it's gonna make Grackle choose between being a hull or being a vampire. That's gonna be fun. Grackle, choose. Choose. It's me.
All right. Who next?
I'll go because I'm gonna cop out and also give my star to everybody
Yay.
because I missed this game and I'm so excited to be here. I just love it. My wish is a vacation. I want these 4, even if it's a little staycation in Duskwall somewhere.
Beach episode.
They need.
Finally,
They all need a. They need a vacation.
after 40 plus sessions,
We get a
beach
little
episode.
downtime, but honestly, half of us are just using downtime to stress ourselves out more.
Yeah.
It's not downtime, it's stress time. I want a vacation. Even if it's just a fun scene at the afternoon doing something.
I mean, we
After
always
hours
go
at the
our-
bathhouse.
Yeah.
We
Bathhouse
always,
episode.
yeah, we're always going off and doing our own stressful things. I just want him to be able to just sit and relax and shoot the shit, because I think it would be really fun. Because every time these characters talk to each other, it's either doing bits or the world's on fire.
Yeah.
And I would love for them to just like hang out for a little bit.
Unity den in a hot tub.
You need a
could
hot tub time
put
machine.
a hot tub in the Unity den. No. No, we're going somewhere else to relax.
Somewhere else, damn it.
We're going even if it's just down the street. Even if it's just to the coffers. We're going somewhere else.
Called I need to call this shot for like the conclusion of this game is that if y'all fully overthrow the government and reestablish a new government in Dustfall, that whatever the governmental body meets in, it would be called the Unity Den.
Yes.
Yes. Correct.
The unit
Thanks,
is
Mom.
also where I send all my game coders.
Oh, that's funny.
Boo.
That's good.
Oh, I like it.
Uh,
It's a joke that's not niche, but it feels niche. And that's the best
Alright.
kind.
Wings,
Wings
you
has to
have
go.
one left?
I'm gonna call out. I'm gonna star, the shopping spree from Salome. I just thought that was a fun, like, humanizing character moment. Like, she's not perfect, but she cleans up her messes, and it's very Salome. I thought that was fun. And also, I missed you guys. I missed you guys a lot.
Yeah.
Like, I think it was that very much, like, was exemplified by how, distracted we would get. Yeah. I love you guys. I'm glad that we're back in this game.
Me too. Very much.
You have a wish?
Yeah.
Oh, fuck. Ghost shit. More ghost shit. I want to do more things as a ghost.
On it.
You're on a tight time schedule to get more ghost
Yeah.
shit done.
Now that I've realized how dire things are, I kind of want to, like, angst a little over it, and then, like, maybe make some mistakes. Oh, sounds like fun.
Yeah.
You get really angsty, you make some mistakes, you come into Glass's room at 4 a.m, like, alright.
I don't know what I did, but I think I just drank somebody.
And I think Glass would literally, you'd get that sentence out, and Glass would be like, say less. Training. Ghost training montage?
Ghost training montage!
Oh, you got to see how bad I am at shooting a gun. Now the shoe's on the other foot, metaphorically.
Now you
'cause
gotta
can't wear
teach
shoes
me
right
how
now.
to
'Cause you can't
ghost.
wear
I
shoes
do
right now.
like Glass turning into a ghost to teach Grackle how to ghost.
It would be an incredibly stressful process. But honestly,
If you're not
I'm here
doing
for
it during
Here
a
for it.
job,
I'm here
like
for it.
if
No,
if
wait,
it's not
wait. No, I could have a third trauma though. Oh wait, I'm not supposed to want that.
yeah, okay.
Fume told me I can't stress myself out too much.
You're not supposed to. Bad for your heart.
No, Fume
Yeah,
says
we
we're
have
not
a
supposed to do a lot
ghost.
of things, and look at what Fume does every day.
We have a ghost training montage. Glass gets their last 2 traumas and has to leave the campaign.
Yeah.
Did it all for a cowboy,
Uh,
and I'd do it again too.
All right. Well, I'll give out the quote for today.
and I think I'm gonna have to give it to the one that made me laugh, which was "I'm full of
I'm
formaldehyde."
full of formaldehyde.
Because that
Yep.
that
So
kind of killed
funny.
me.
Yep.
That's
Full of
one more penny
formaldehyde.
in the Grackle not dying jar.
The general resignation of Welp. I'm full of formaldehyde. Could be worse.
All right, y'all.
Oh no, I can't say that joke on stream.
We are gonna go ahead and call it here for today then.
Already?
Yeah,
I feel like we
already.
just got here.
It's 6 o'clock. This game flies by. We will be back again though next week. We will-
Huzzah!
to continue. So join us for that. I don't think we've got anything going on in the meantime, so check out our YouTube. We've got a bunch of stuff on there. We are catching up on uploading some of our old episodes of this show, but
Who's this we you speak of? Sorry.
I'm trying not to call. If I said Van is, then you'd be like, "You're calling me out."
No,
bro."
you can say Meek. I told everybody at the beginning of the stream I had surgery and didn't get on a
Yeah.
computer for like 6 weeks.
Yeah. Though I messed up, and episode 42 is lost to time now. So
is lost in the ether.
that
If
is,
any episode was gonna get lost to time, 42,
Yeah.
the meaning of life, the universe, and
Yeah.
everything
The
makes
universe
the most
took
sense.
that one as payment, and we get to
Yeah.
continue on.
Yeah.
42 for a Ford.
And now no one has to
Yep.
suffer through an episode without me in it.
Exact. Wait a minute, Van, you do this on purpose.
Yeah, I deleted it. What's up? I would never. It's hard for me to delete recordings of episodes of other shows that are like long past and on the YouTube and like 4 years old, because I'm like, what if we need it? What if like happens to it? I've still got fucking. I found an
Wild space.
episode. I found an episode of Lords of Misrule in my file the other day.
Oh my god!
Oh my god.
And I was
Holy
like,
shit.
I forgot about you.
We did the D&D season. We did 3 episodes of, and
No, we did way more than that.
we did more than that. I can't remember. Boy. But yeah, you can catch up on all those shows on our YouTube.
Didn't finish it though. Go watch one of the ones we finished.
Go watch those, and then on each episode you watch, comment, Van, you can delete this recording.
And that's how we'll know you're paying attention.
I'm not gonna lie, that would crack me up so bad every time I saw it. I would laugh so hard.
All right, y'all. Well, that's gonna be it. Thanks everyone for watching. We'll see you in a week, and until next time, good game and good night, internet.